Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sunday. Welcome to Pantelis Live. Before we get started, a couple of plugs here. Poseidon, I'm going to get to you in a second, but I want to remind people that March 13th in Montreal, St. Leonard, me, Guido Grasso, and Massimo together, we're going to have our little Southern Boys Super Show. Tickets are on sale for that, and if you're a patron on the patreon.com/Pantelis Patreon page, then you get special rates. It's like $20 off or something. It's pretty good, actually, the rate that we're giving on that. So remember to head over to Patreon. Remember that Mike Ward's still on tour. Mike Ward Noir, touring all over Quebec. Tickets are on sale right now. I was going to recommend his upcoming shows for next month, but I think they're all sold out. So better luck next time. And having said that, let me introduce you guys to my partner today, Mr. Poseidon.
Hi.
That's as rapey as it gets, I guess.
How are you guys?
They were fine until you showed that face, Poseidon. They were okay until you showed your face. So Poseidon coming hot off a very negative tweet that he made a couple of days ago when legendary drummer, Canadian icon, drummer of Rush, Neil Peart, one of the best drummers of all time, passed away tragically due to brain cancer. And Poseidon decided that was his moment to turn heel. He pulled a Hollywood Hogan and he tweeted, Poseidon, do you remember exactly what the words were that you tweeted on the day that Neil Peart passed away? Poseidon, do you remember?
Yes, I do. I will tell you in just a moment.
You're bringing up the tweet just so we can be exact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I skull fuck Neil Peart to death, and there's nothing you can do about it. Hashtag Rush. Hashtag Canada.
Just make sure that everybody reads it and shits on you. And he got so much shit for it, and I laughed. I had a great fucking time. It made, I like Neil Peart, but I also like seeing Poseidon get bullied by strangers online. That makes me happy. That was such a good time. So welcome to Marie Renee, Eric, Caroline Jackson, Gambit, Elijah, Jess Sorrell, Gary's here. Silver and Gold I saw. Silver Gold here. Simon, Psycho Has is here. Pat, Flat Cat. Goddamn, everyone's here. So I know I'm missing some people, but everyone's jumping on. Hell Sands here. Oliver, Fred Pitt. Sup, everyone. Philip Gauthier. Welcome. Welcome to Pantelis Live, the best live stream happening on a Sunday at 4 p.m. on YouTube.
You got that right. Boy.
I think we've cornered that market, Poseidon.
Yeah, I think so. Lazy Sundays.
Lazy Sundays, they get to spend it with us.
You can sit on your recliner chair, just chill.
Yeah.
Lather yourself in olive oil
and just watch the show. That's how we recommend you watch this show after bathing in olive oil. And maybe putting on like a nice candle, a nice scented candle. Perhaps one of Gweneth Paltrow's candles. Who, if you guys didn't see, I tweeted about it, but she started a new trend. She's selling scented candles that smell like her vagina. Which is...
Well, why though?
Because it's Gwyneth Paltrow.
But
that's the main reason. But
maybe her boyfriend likes the scent of her vagina, but maybe not.
Other people, I was reading about it. Apparently, they were making different scents, and at one point she forgot. She goes, "That smells like my vagina. We should sell it."
What?
And then the guy's like, "Ma'am, that is a forest fire. That is the burning. That is the burning carcasses of
How does she know
kangaroos."
what her vagina smells like, though?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know what my dick smells like.
Well, everybody else does, though. That's what. Everybody else. We all know the smell of diarrhea.
What?
So we can guess. Oh, it's Monday morning in Australia. That's true. Hey, by the way, Jess, how are the fires? You guys containing that shit? And another thing about the fires that we should talk about that we don't mention in Australia, which devastated an entire fucking country. People are talking about global warming, and they're blaming cars and all that. But didn't they find like 50, 60 people who were starting fucking fires? Arsonists? How come we're not talking about the fact that...
It's all politics, bro.
Yeah. How come we're not talking about the people that started those goddamn fires?
It's like the fires in Greece. Do you remember that shit when it was happening around the economic crisis?
Yeah, when they kept starting fires.
Yeah, bro. Now all of a sudden there's no fires, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. That was some suspicious Albanian activity. I agree.
What happened? Global warming isn't affecting fucking Greece anymore all of a sudden?
Well, it happens every year. Yeah, those candles. What a weird... But she was the one selling... we talked about on this just thing where Gwyneth Paltrow was recommending that women shove coffee beans up their ass.
Yeah, it's like
a cleanse.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't know how to make
She's
coffee.
an interesting person.
Yeah. She just has trouble making coffee in the morning. That's what it is. After her husband's like, she's like, "I'm gonna make some coffee." No, please don't. I'll do it myself. You just fucking sit in bed and shut up. You and your earlobes. I'll do this myself.
You and your earlobes?
Yeah, it's just giant earlobes.
Oh, she does?
Yeah. Did we talk about Ricky Gervais' Golden Globe speech? I don't think we did.
We did not.
Because it happened after our last live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun. I was very happy that Ricky Gervais... I mean, he did his job. He was a comedian who went on there as a fucking comedian. Now, some of it was a bit like, all right, look, after a while, he was acting a little angry and bored to be there. Like, look, you're still signed up. You're still getting paid. You're still there. Calm your tits. But I really enjoyed the fact that he shit on them to open up and they were upset. And he shit on them about, what are you doing? Why are you on your phone, bro?
I'm looking at her earlobes.
Yeah, oh, God. It's not the time, Poseidon. You're on a live stream. We've talked about this. Jesus Christ. So it was good that he did that. I find that it showed that a comedian could still be a fucking comedian. But at the same time, towards the end when he kept acting like, ugh, I don't want to be here, you are. You had a choice not to be there. You're not a slave.
Yeah.
You chose to be there. You know, you're dressed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't overdo it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So there's that. And speaking of multitasking, Poseidon is getting his shit together at home. Getting him some equipment. I just got him a microphone. He's getting set up for his Patreon exclusive show coming up soon. In 2 weeks, I believe, is going to be the first airing of In Bed with Poseidon, which is just Poseidon at home talking to people.
Playing video games.
Whatever he's doing. We don't even know if he could play video games yet.
Masturbating.
We don't know that he can play video games, run a live stream, and talk and read at the same time. So it might not. It might just be him at a desk staring into the camera like a rapist. Yeah, the weather's great around here. Yeah, exactly, with that fucking face. I'm very excited about this week getting back to 2 Drink Minimum. The goddamn best podcast on the planet.
Yes.
It's been 3 weeks. Because we had our Christmas break.
Yeah,
we put the 2 Christmas episodes out. We did the best of 2018. We know that it was 2019. Some people were like, why is it 2018, 29? No, it's because we never did a best ofs. So that was the best of from the first episode till that first year that we had, till that first Just for Laughs run or a little bit after. And then we'll do another one next year maybe. That's all it was. It was just to give people, because some people weren't subscribed to Compound in the beginning. So they haven't seen some of the gems, you know, that a lot of inside jokes that are inside to the fans now. They all get Poseidon humor, but they didn't know. A lot of people were unaware of where those jokes started. So Jason's like, I'll just put together a clip show that to everyone. So there's that. Yeah, Pantelis, tell Poseidon I said hi to him. Jess, he knows. Poseidon just says hi.
What up?
He knows. He's well aware of the highs. King Luffy, welcome. So am I ready for tonight, they ask. Yeah, we're not doing anything crazy tonight. I'm going to go to the nest. I'm ready. Only a couple of new stuff that I want to try. The rest, I'll do some good shit so people actually have a good time. You can't just test out the whole time because then people might not be happy. But there's some stuff I want to talk about. I'm not going to mention it now, but I am going to talk about Trudeau for sure. Is Poseidon's bed circular with a mirror above it? It should be. It should be. He should have. You know what his room should be like? Your room should be like Basic Instinct in the beginning. The room that was it Sharon Stone had when she murdered the man with the ice pick. Yeah. That should be like you, so you could watch your lover through the mirror.
While she's on top.
Yeah. Well, he whatever. Whoever's on top. However you're playing that game. Yeah. Gervais's Epstein joke was amazing. Hey Tara. So his Epstein joke was amazing because it's true. You all we got photos of it. You're all friends with him, right? We all know you guys enjoyed that pedophile island. So why are you guys playing it off like he's the bad guy for making fun of you? Oh, you can't bring that up. Really? Because you did that up. So what's worse? You know, doing something or fucking making fun of it? I would assume it's doing something. But it's kind of like Shane Gillis with his when he got fired from SNL and all that. His agents dropped him, right? Whatever it is, UTK or whoever he was with dropped him. But they were the same agents that had Jussie Smollett. Remember Jussie, who made that fake? That fake race attack. Whatever he made up. Fake white power.
And there was 2 Nigerian guys that beat him up or something.
Yeah, but it was all played. He didn't really. It was all staged. So they didn't drop him. He didn't drop him.
And what did the other guy say? All he said was the word chink, right?
Yeah, but it was also in joking context. It wasn't like they got a secret recording of him being racist. It was him making fun of old racism. That's what it was. You have to take shit, in context. So they drop him for joking around, but the guy who fucking faked, who almost started a fucking civil war, who got people.
Yeah, it's true.
People were fucking pissed off. So he was getting people all riled up, and that was fine. They kept him because that's cool. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Hypocrisy.
Where do you draw the line? Right, everybody's line seems to be at a fucked up place nowadays.
Everyone draws the line like this.
Did you just draw a dick? You draw a dick, huh? You draw an air dicks? You're like...
air dicks and air vaginas and air assholes.
Yeah, you know what we're going to do? By the way, so for those of you who don't know, the Patreon is up and running. We got our first subscribers this week. They started from last Sunday, actually, during the live stream. People were signing up.
Yeah.
So everyone who signs up for the entire month is getting autographed posters.
Yeah.
And the posters aren't flimsy, like I checked with Leonard Yell, because he gave me different options. So these ones are thick, so that in the mail, I'm going to put a piece of cardboard also with them so that they don't get fucked up. And you can put them up anywhere, so they won't crack. You know, they're a bit little rough, and they're glossy. Nice. So you can put them up wherever you want. We'll autograph those. And if I've sent you messages on Patreon, private messages about sending me your shirt size or whatever, because there's some people that want shirts, fucking reply. I need to know the size, or else I'm going to send you a size that maybe you're not going to fucking wear, all right? So reply to that shit.
Just send are they cotton?
Yeah, bro.
Just send double XL and then they shrink it accordingly.
No, that's not how that works. That's Poseidon's life. I get double XL and it shrinks accordingly. It doesn't shrink, Poseidon. Double XL is too small for you.
Wait,
No.
what?
Hmm?
It's too big, double XL.
What do you mean? For you?
No.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You need maternity triple XL.
It depends from where. It's weird because like if I go to like a European store, I need quadruple XL.
Yeah. But if you go to a maternity store, medium.
When I shopped in Walmart, at Walmart in the States, at Plattsburgh,
Yeah, but you're talking about completely different things. You literally jumped around. It doesn't. There's no context there. That's like saying I get sick when I eat cheese. Last time I was eating chicken, I was fine. It's nothing to do. They're not related. They're not fucking related. I went to a Japanese restaurant yesterday.
oh, you did.
Yeah, I went to watch people. You know when they cook in front of you. I got something to say about this. Number one. Why are you laughing?
I'm preemptively laughing.
Look, I don't like it. Look. First of all,
Who did you go with?
my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. I don't like it. Number one, because I had to wait because obviously they don't want to waste an entire table for just two people. So you got to wait. So I had to sit with another family, which already is awkward. It's already awkward. Like, why? What are we going to talk about? Like, just, you know? It's already weird, right? So there's that. Then when the guy comes, right, I feel sorry. Like, I'm like, okay, man, this guy thinks the circus. He's like, hello, my name is... And he's trying to do his shit. And I was like, bro, just cook the fucking food. Cook the fucking food, okay? That's all I care about. And then he's starting. He's like, look, this is wacky, right? Hiroshima. And he's throwing shrimp on my plate. And I was like, yo, stop flicking these fucking shrimp one by one. There's 15 people now sitting down, okay? You can't do this. Just give me the food. Cook the food and give it to me. I don't need you to be a circus bear. I don't feel good with you doing this. I wouldn't let people do this to me, right?
I know, but that's the whole point of that restaurant.
Just cook the fucking food, bro. So he's going, and then sometimes he would overshoot and it would fall out of the plate or in my sauce, and I'd be looking at him and be like, bro, what the fuck? And he's like, I'm so sorry. No, just don't do it. Just give me the fucking, just put the shrimps in my fucking plate. Here's my plate. Just put the shrimps in here.
I wish I was there.
What do you think this is? You think it's a fucking game, sir?
I wish I was there to watch you.
So I had that. And then at least the family that was sitting with us, they were polite, they were respectful to the guy. They were super nice, you know? But the table next to us, this family showed up, a family of like 4 or 5. It was like a woman, her 2 daughters, and her either husband or boyfriend. And I was like, how does this Japanese guy not just fucking chop a head off at this point? So they're being weird. First off, in the beginning, they're like, what's your name? And the guy's like, you know, he makes fun. He doesn't want to give his name. No, what's your name? And he's like, fuck. So he gives a fake Japanese name away. Obviously, the guy's like, Jesus Christ, I meet like 50 people like an hour. I don't want to talk to you. So then they start, I'm Jenny, this is Nana. So she's naming everybody at the table. The guy's like, yo, I'm not going to remember this. First of all, I can't even speak English or French, okay?
But why? Yeah. Why would she do that?
Because they're fucking idiots. So you see the guy's already getting frustrated. He's like, haha, you know, Tokyo. You know, he's trying his best to be a clown. And I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. And then he's doing cool moves, right? He's doing cool moves and shit. And then the guy that's sitting the only guy at the table is like, you going to do a table dance for us? Yeah. And like as if he's a stripper. And then I'm looking over like, ugh. Like, how much of an asshole do you have to be to miss... Like, the guy's cooking food. First of all, he could set a fire right in your fucking face. He could get rid of those eyebrows instantly if he wants to. And you're there making fun of him, you know? Like, you can do a table dance for us, Japanese man, and being all weird. I was like, you disrespectful. So basically, my biggest thing is just give me the food. And also, I don't like to see people disrespected while they're working.
Yeah.
It depends what kind of work they do. Politicians, that's fine. But these guys... Working politicians.
Also,
you know how hard it is? First of all, the shit he's doing with the
the
and
knives,
he's chopping the knives. It's fucking, it's a skill.
And also, I wouldn't fuck with somebody who can flip knives like that.
People are idiots.
Like, imagine you're talking like, hey, you're messing with them, like, slack.
And it's
there goes your ear, bitch.
No, but it's funny 'cause he's like, my guy's like, I'm about to start the fire. If you want to pull out your phone, this is the time, to record it. And I'm just standing like, I'm not pulling my phone out for this. Like, just cook the fucking food, And he's looking, he's like, your phone? I was like, no, just set it on fire. Let's go. I just want to eat. Like, let's fucking, like, I was like, I'm gonna videotape it. We're like, just give me the fucking food, bro. Anyways.
Because it's the society of that we've created with social media and everything. Like, look at me, I'm at a Japanese restaurant.
I was trying to be respectful to the guy. I was like, I don't need you to fucking turn around, flip, cook the food. I'll give you a tip. We're gonna be fine. Make sure that my food is cooked. That's all I give a shit about. I don't think you're not my restaurant slave.
But we know how most people are.
But my table, they were nice. So at least they were nice. Yeah. There was a nice little. It was a family. It was like grandparents. The family, their kids, and then their parents. It was really cool. Yeah. But the fucking people to my right, god damn, as white trash as it gets. God. And they're yelling weird stuff to him. What is that even? He's on fire. All these Japs. And I'm like, yo, he can hear you. He's in front of you, and you're calling him a Jap.
Because people think they're funny.
Yeah.
They laugh amongst themselves.
Yeah,
and then when they get in a social setting, they act the same way.
Yeah.
And think that they're still funny, but they are not.
Yeah. There was a Japanese man just trying to make a living.
Yeah.
Cutting up some food for you. And you can't have a little bit of decency in you.
I wonder how much they're paid, though, now that you bring this up.
Well, they must be get paid well. They're
As
cooks,
a chef.
They're chefs and they're chefs and they're kind of performers, too, at the same time.
Yeah, so they should be getting like a bonus. It's like 2-in-1 job, right?
Psychohazard, my girlfriend asked me to go there because she's never been to anything like that. She's like, it could be fun. And I was like, yeah, probably. I don't know. I've never been to one of these shit. It could be fun. And then right off the bat, I was like, I hate everyone in here. Not the people that work there. I hated all the customers. And then when he started, and you could see that he's trying his best to keep us happy. And I was like, yo, I'm very happy. You're making food for me. I'm already happy. You don't need to flip shit at me.
But a real Japanese restaurant, that's not how it is, right?
No, a real Japanese restaurant, they feel like you're disrespected. They kill themselves. So like, I'm sorry, sir.
No, you go in, you take off your shoes, and it's those tables on the floor, basically. You sit on the floor. It's like super clean, super neat, with Japanese cuisine. That's what it is. That's a real Japanese restaurant.
Let's see, Helson says, once I ordered food from another restaurant and made it delivered to the restaurant where I was because the service was so slow. That is hilarious and rude.
That is amazing.
Rude, and that's a Poseidon move.
I would do that, yeah. I would totally, just to fuck with him.
Sir, did you order a pizza? Amongst other things. Oh, shit, yeah, there was power outages down south in Brossard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was not affected here because I'm not in Brossard, but let's see. What about Flight 752? Who were all the Canadians that lost their lives?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
that sucks, too.
That
Was I saw Ali was posting about that because I think he had friends that were on that because there's a lot of Iranian Canadians that were on there. A lot of people from Montreal, too. That died on that. And you know what's crazy about the media? I tweet about this.
There was those newlyweds also.
But it was horrible.
Terrible.
But this, again, there was all civilians. This was fucked up about the media. So the plane gets shot down, right? When it happened, it was when, remember, Iran decided we're going to show that we can't aim. So it was that night when they started firing rockets and hit no one. So the States, they're like, this is Trump's fault. He shot down the plane. Trump's like, we didn't fire anything. What are you talking about? Why would we shoot a random airplane? Like, we know where we're shooting. We have technology.
Yeah.
So then the media is like, no, this is Trump's fault. Then it comes out that the Iranians are like, our bad. We shot down that Ukrainian, just a regular airplane. We shot it down. There's bullet hole. Like, it was our fault type of thing, right? And then as soon as they admit it's their fault, then the media is like, fucking Russians. We got to check. Canada's like, Trudeau's like, we got to send our people to investigate. Might be a Russian missile. Like, nobody can. The guy's like, no, we did it. We're here. We shot it by accident because we don't know how to handle it.
We're living in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, and they're like, probably the Russians. It's just crazy. It's just crazy shit. And now they're protesting in Iran. They're going fucking crazy.
Something suspicious here.
Something suspicious.
Something smells very fishy.
It smells like fucking Gweneth Paltrow's candles. It smells like a Gweneth Paltrow candle in here. Suspicious activity.
But I looked at her earlobes. They're pretty cute earlobes.
All right, Poseidon.
Like, I would do a little like a little.
For those of you who are listening to this, he's just licking his tongue in the air, flicking it in the air.
You'll see the earlobe. It'll do one of those movements, like.
Oh, Helson's heading to the Comedy Nest tonight. All right, I'll see you there. You'll see me there. Same thing. Same difference, I believe. Yeah, it'll be fun. And then hopefully we stay till after the show. It depends when I'm on. I have no idea when I'm on. True Scented Candles, yeah. So Poseidon, how's your comedy routine going? So Silver and Gold, one of the pioneers of the Pantelis live stream, is asking how your comedy routine is going. And he's one of those people that believes that you should maximize the fandom that you're gaining by doing stand-up. But Poseidon knows, and I mean, it's not in his wheelhouse to do stand-up, but he's trying his best now with his new live stream. He's trying his best to take his newfound internet fame and do something with it, right? But it can't be stand-up. Maybe it should be, because people just enjoy him talking.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have, he's got to do something. Silver and Gold fucking gets it. He's got to do something. But he doesn't have that mind. Like, there's a different mindset of a comic of, to hide the punchline and, I could put this here. Poseidon doesn't have that. He has trouble just speaking in regular conversations.
Well,
however,
I've gotten better.
he does do stupid shit. And that's what entertains us, right? His general being and his decision making. So him being on a live stream for patrons talking about that day and all the stupid shit he does, like what we were talking about before the podcast with your fucking the whole not testing yourself for venereal diseases.
I did test myself, but before.
Yeah, you did it when it didn't matter. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
No, I did it when it did matter because there was
but I mean,
another girl
it's
from
like
that
washing
other
your
place.
car and then going to the forest, driving through the mud. Like, you should wait till after you drove through the mud and then.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't know I was going to drive through the forest.
But you do know that you're going to drive through the forest now. Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, he's gonna try his best with that live stream. I mean, I'm setting him up really well. He's gonna have microphone. He's got 2 microphones. We're setting up his camera. I'm gonna make him. What I'll do probably for him is use the stream link through the Pantelis Comedy.
Give me a second.
Live stream.
I just gotta go blow my nose.
Go. So we're probably gonna do and then put it up on Patreon so people could watch it through Patreon Live. And I'm gonna go test it out at his house a bit. Is he going to have dancers? He could invite whoever he wants. What I'm doing is I'm giving him carte blanche. I'm saying, look, you have a show. We have a name. We have a logo. I made all that shit for you. Now it's just up to you to do whatever you want with it. So all he's going to have to do is I'm going to set him up so he understands how the streaming works, how he could start a stream, end a stream, all that. And then the rest I'm giving him, carte blanche to do whatever the hell he wants. So he could invite whoever he wants. He could do whatever he wants. It's going to be live, I think, through YouTube, directly onto Patreon. So what we might do is have the live streams exclusive to Patreon, and then like a couple of weeks later or whatever, or whenever he decides, then we could start posting them on YouTube for other people to see, so they could be like, oh shit, I should sign up to Patreon for this nonsense. Because it's going to be kind of like the live concept where he always reads everything, and just that it's going to be through from his house, him doing wacky shit. So the guys were asking just now, Poseidon, are you going to have different people? He can invite, it's up to him, it's his show. He's the producer, he's the, producer, I'm technically the producer, but I'm giving him all the tools necessary to start his own crazy-ass show.
Let's get it started, and then things will come along.
Yeah, let him get used to it. Because in the beginning, it's going to be tough for him, because it's all on him. He won't have me there, like, leading the conversation. Yeah. So let him get the groove of it. At least he's going to have you guys that are going to be jumping on live. Yeah. It's most likely going to be Saturdays in the afternoon. Yeah. Right? That makes the most sense for him. Most likely going to be Saturdays on the afternoon. During, I guess, I don't know, maybe during his gameplay sessions or maybe not even.
What do you mean?
Like, when are you going to be going live? Is it going to be because you're playing games, or you're just going to start the stream and then do whatever you want around the house and just stream that? I guess.
No, I'll be playing a video game.
Okay. Will they be able to see the video game, or you're not set up for that yet? That's going to come.
Well, it's very
complicated.
I would have to Google that and see how it's done.
You don't have to Google it because I'm sitting right in front of you.
Yes, that's also that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, I ordered the camera. I ordered a gaming headset.
Yeah, and I got you the Blue Yeti mic.
Yeah.
So like, you have everything you need to get started right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you go live, do you need any other equipment to play video games to showcase your screen at the same time?
Yeah. It depends how you're doing it, but to showcase your screen, you'll need like one of those Elgato capture cards to capture that and then put it in. So there's a couple, but you can grow to that. You get comfortable with what you have.
Yeah.
And then grow into that. You know? Because in the beginning, it's going to be overwhelming for you.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're right.
Just easy.
Baby steps.
Yeah, baby. Get comfortable speaking to people on camera one-on-one, you know, and then it'll grow. I think it'll grow into something ridiculous. Plus, I think you might not even have to go through the Pantelis Comedy channel on YouTube to get a live link. I think now you can stream live on YouTube no matter what.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because there used to be more criteria. Like, you need to have 100 subscribers, all this. But now I think you might be able to. Let's see. He should have an opening song like an old American dumb talk show. I'm going to make stuff for him. I don't know if I'm going to... Actually, I probably will have the time to do it before before you actually do your first show. So I'm going to make stuff for him. The only thing is getting him used to using everything. You know, like I just created the credits for this here live stream. Like at the end of it, I'm going to have the Patreon credits. And I set it up so when I click on a button here, it brings up the credits with the music, and then it ends the stream and it turns off all the lights. So I did that earlier today, so we're going to do it for the first time here in front of you guys. Hopefully it works. Everything just blows up.
If not, you'll just see me masturbating.
No. Oh, you're talking about at home. That's the one thing I'm scared of with the Poseidon live stream is I'm very scared that he's going to think his stream is off and he's just going to start jerking off like a bear. It's a fear of mine.
Well, the camera that I ordered has a privacy shutter, so I'll make sure to turn that on every.
But you forget everything else. So what makes you think you're gonna remember that?
I'll be fine. I'll live to tell another day.
You'll live to tell another day.
Yes.
You'll live to tell another day.
Yeah.
Is that a Poseidon saying?
Yes.
I'll live to tell another day. What are you gonna tell the other day?
Go fuck yourself.
The fear is real. Yeah, that's what people's biggest fear is.
Well, on the plus side, they won't actually see my dick. They'll just see me going through the motion.
It's very petite, the dick. They can't see it.
No, because the way the camera is gonna be just this area here.
Yeah. Does Poseidon have any of his own thoughts? I don't know if he has it. We're gonna find out. You know what? I'm very curious to find out about this. Is we see how Poseidon replies to the stuff, or we see how surprised he is when you introduce him to something that he doesn't know. But how is he going to start a conversation? Like, what are the first things that come into his mind? Do you know? It's going to be interesting to see that him on his own. Is it just going to be like, what's the deal with brown? Is it a color or a feeling? Like, who knows what's going on in that fucking head of his, you know? Yeah. People thought they were signing up to Patreon for nothing. There's a reason.
The thing is, though, it's a feeling.
Oh, by the way, for patrons, I think I'm getting, by next week, I'll have a new episode of Views of a Simpleton ready.
Oh,
yeah, so that should be
very
fun.
sexy.
Mm-hmm. So maybe we could email some questions to give him. That's not a bad idea. I mean, you could probably do it in the live stream, in the live chat.
No.
But maybe if you want to be discreet, maybe some live questions.
Like personal?
Yeah, maybe they want to ask your advice on a personal situation, but they don't want it to just be in the chat so everybody sees who asked it.
I see. Then they would just DM me on Discord.
If you can run just the camera stream and the chat, I'd be impressed. So if you think you're going to run multiple things, the biggest issue is that you were telling me, you're like, I don't know how to use Discord the other day. So I don't think
I learned.
You figured it out?
Yeah, I learned.
Okay.
I Googled it. I took care of everything. Yeah, I know how to use it now. I know how to add people.
Yeah, the live chat's going to help you with subjects because if people see that they're like, oh, this is going nowhere, they could just add something.
Yeah.
So I think it'll help. It'll make you a better public speaker.
Yeah, it will. It is going to help.
Yeah, it'll be good. So before we continue, I just want to mention one thing. I wanted the Vikings to win just so I could see our good friend Nick Swartzen flip out. Sadly, they lost to the 49ers. So we don't get to see that explosion this year.
God damn it.
I'm always waiting for it because if he'll lose his fucking shit. Someone's getting killed.
With an axe.
He's just going to be so happy just blowing shit up. It's Nick Swartzen. But no, didn't happen this year. Just sadness.
God damn.
Yeah, well, there's always next year. And the year after that, and the year after that. It's always very hard.
Until you die, though, then there's no more.
Yeah, until I die.
No, until like your life.
I mean, in this case, until Swartzen dies, because even as an old man, I think he'll set a building on fire for his team. That's how much he cares. I invited Guido to come on today.
And what happened?
He's driving from New York, and he's not going to make it.
Oh.
But I did invite him to come back on, so we can interrogate him.
Why? What did he do? He killed someone?
Well, he did stuff, and I wanted to interrogate him.
Interesting.
The stuff he did is that he's been missing for days, and I've been looking for him.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I finally, his agent there had got back to me finally.
Oh, yeah.
Officially signed with her, finally, all that stuff. So she was like, I'll send you something right away. And the first thing they sent me was like an escape game, like audition tape, like to be the escape game guy. And the video was like, hello, gang, welcome to the team. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. I did the audition. I don't know if they're going to.
If you get it, do you get to dress up as a supervillain and an eye patch?
No, I think you just have to wear a suit.
And an eye patch.
I don't know how they're going to dress you.
I'll
But I did that, so that was fun. At least hopefully I get some more acting stuff. I want to do voiceover work. I want to use this retarded voice of mine for cartoons. Because if you just hide my face and you just hear the voice and you never seen me, you're like, what is that? Is that a cartoon? What is that? So I want to do that. Yeah, an eye patch. I overdo it. I think I'm boss.
You have a horn sticking out.
Escape games have changed.
You have a metal arm, but it's all gold. You just go completely nuts, bro. You got 20 chains and shit.
Yeah. That would be you. Welcome, boys, girls, whores. Welcome to Escape Game.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Just go home. Just go home. We got your money. Silver and gold's like F Guido. Silver and gold. I don't know why you hate Guido so much. I feel. Did you guys ever meet personally? Like, is it a personal event? I've never met someone who hates Guido as much as you, and I yell at Guido all the time. I don't hate Guido. No. A lot of hate. A lot of hate going around. Yeah.
Why?
Speaking of hate, I've noticed that there are. So we have a lot of different types of podcasts out there. We have a lot of different types of live streams out there. Okay. Mm-hmm. There are some I've noticed that are only dedicated. They're like clip shows, but all they do is they don't provide any original insight for themselves. What they do is they just grab other videos and just shit on them. That's the whole thing. That's like the whole 2-hour stream. And I've noticed for the dumbest stuff, I saw one. It was like 40 minutes on. I'm pretty sure this guy dyes his hair. And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even thought about that, but I don't even care if he dyes his hair.
It's like those Facebook moms that get upset over the D word.
Yeah, we'll get to that too. And it's just crazy. Like, it's like you're not and they think that they're snarky, they're funny, but they're focusing on the dumbest shit. And they're not even valid. It's not even like we don't even. And even if it was, I wouldn't care. It's always stuff that even if it is true, you don't care. You know what I mean? I think that guy put sugar in his coffee. Nah, I think you're right. He puts fucking sugar in it. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
No way.
Yeah, it's just I'll show you later. Yeah, I don't even want to give them any publicity. It's just such stupid, talentless hackery. Hackery, you know?
See that asshole, bro? Put sugar in his coffee.
Yeah.
I can't even
It's so stupid. I think, well, man, it's like, what are you doing? Like, I can see a viral video you put up and you talk about it. It's viral and you're laughing, right?
Yeah, but that shouldn't last more than 10 minutes.
No, but also it's something that's already viral and you're going after and you're laughing at it because everyone's laughing at it. But to go pinpoint the podcast that you've never heard of, or because most of these, I find out through them, like they have an extra video and they'll show someone else, and it's just an hour of that cup. Should have been a glass, but you could see it's plastic. You know why? Probably because he has anger management problems and he'll smash it if it's a real glass. That's why they have plastic. Just crazy theories. Crazy theories. Ugh. It's, I can't stand this kind of shit. Because you look at it and you're like, what are you doing? How do you...
Who are these people?
There's all kinds. There's more than one. They're just, some are just audio, some are, audio visual, this and that. And they're just nonsense. Just nonsense. It's people that some were trying to be comics and they just couldn't make it. They weren't funny on stage. So
they criticize other comics.
That's the thing. Well, it's the same guy. The guy that went and talked shit about Shane Gillis is a guy who I guess couldn't make it as a comic, and then he calls himself a comedy. What is it, like a comedy journalist or a comedy reporter? But all he does is he tries to get comics to lose their jobs. Like for years, apparently he was trying to go after Michael Che, like trying to find something. Michael Che was on Legion of Skanks, and he said like shit like that. Like just a little rat tries to take shit out of context.
I don't like people like that.
No.
That shit won't fly with us though.
No.
Like you, especially you.
That's a different story. But they're not looking for physical altercations. They're not these kind of people. I mean,
I know.
They're the kind of people. Here's the other problem.
They'll find it regardless as well.
Yeah, but they're the kind of people that they won't tell you that to your face if they would see you, right? We're the kind of people that we do the same stuff here that we do in the street we do on stage.
I hate those
but
people.
Yeah, they're the kind of people that if they find you at a comedy club, they'll be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Keyboard warriors.
Yeah, or they'll hide. They won't come and be like, "Hey, yeah, I said that about." Never. They're these kind of people. That's why their entire podcasts are not based on them talking. They're based on them shitting on something that someone else made or that someone else is doing that they're mad about. So yeah, I've noticed this and I was like, you know what's... And I would think it would be younger because they just don't know, but it's just older people doing it. Like there's fucking guys that are 40, 50 years old doing this. And I was like, you're an old man and you're angry that there's young comics like a 22-year-old doing something that you just could never do. Anyways. You guys don't have those types of fans. Yeah, we don't have those types of fans. Like our guys, they want to laugh, they want to fuck around. They don't like that kind of shit. I don't think people would tune in if it was just all right. So look, these guys are doing something that we're not doing. Fucking assholes.
Huh? Guy buys from Tim Hortons. Probably doesn't like McDonald's.
Yeah, just stupid shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, probably doesn't like clowns either. I think he was molested by a clown. Like just random thoughts coming together. Yeah. And then you see them and they're like fucking, a lot of times like it's someone hideous. You know? And you're like, oh, this makes sense. This makes sense. This guy's a goblin. Yeah, even Poseidon doesn't like that shit. And Poseidon doesn't know what the fuck's going on, but he doesn't even like that shit. Yeah. Let's see. It's called power mongering. I've never heard the term power mongering. I don't know what that means, but that's interesting.
It's like whoremongering, but for power.
A person who wields power in a tyrannical or irresponsible fashion. Yeah, because I guess it is kind of powerful that you could broadcast and say shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, me, I want to... By the way, oh, shit, while we're on the subject of broadcasting, so I'm trying to make an effort with the Pantelis Podcast since there's a lot of people from a lot of different cities, I mean, different countries now. You know, we got people in the UK and Australia who I'm getting to, you know, expose them to comedy from here and comedians on the scene. And, you know, like I had Paul Beluya, that shit's up now for everyone. Poseidon over here. Massimo's been on, you know, Sugar Sammy. You guys are getting to see a lot of the comics that I want you to see. So what I want to do is I want to introduce you guys to also what I'm seeing as different podcasts that are coming out of the city and that I think you might like. So I'm going to have this Friday 2 guests on the Pantelis Podcast, which is going to be streaming live to the patrons, and then I think Monday it'll come out for everyone else. But the patrons are going to get to watch it live. It's they call it the Jofo Podcast. It's a relatively new podcast. They're out of Montreal. You know who I'm talking about? Those guys. You like those guys, no? Yeah, exactly. So I figured, I was like, you know what? Like these guys, what they do is funny. What they do is good. They have a good show, but they don't have a lot of eyes on them because it's so hard when you start a new show for people to get into it and to see you. People just skip past it because there's so much shit going on. So like, you know what? If people who at least watch me, maybe some of my fans, I know they're gonna like them. They're fun like us. They're crazy guys, the good kind of crazy. So I figured, you know what? I want to start doing that. I want to start introducing you guys to more people that I think are funny that don't get, you know, the recognition. That hopefully it gives that little bit of a push, because I think they're all good shows and there's more than one show that you can watch, right? And these guys, I think their shows come out every Monday. So it's a good Monday show. I mean, we don't have anything coming out on Mondays, so it's a good Monday show to watch. And they're saying, Jess is saying Poseidon is so cute. Yeah, he's adorable. Oh. He's like a little puppy. An endangered species.
Like an endangered, retarded puppy.
Yeah. So I want to do that. I want to build something where you guys could see more people, and you know, it'll also grow your network too of shows that you can actually watch. Because I know a lot of you like to do this, except for the live. You like most of the shows to take them on the go. There's a lot of people who always ask to get audio versions of everything. So I think the more shows you have at your disposal, the easier it is for you to fucking waste time when you're doing something you don't want to do. You know. So yeah, I think Friday's show is gonna be really fun. Those guys, I've never met them in person. It's all been correspondence through like online, but they seem like fucking cool dudes. I like them. Mike likes them. He likes them.
I follow them on Instagram. I watch some of their stuff fast.
Yeah, they're fun. They fuck around like us. They don't care.
I don't really listen to podcasts. I usually, even when I listen to a podcast, I'll like watch and skip over a lot because I'm usually very busy.
Yeah, by the way, Poseidon, for the record, so you all know this, Poseidon doesn't listen to podcasts. Poseidon is on Canada's arguably biggest fucking podcast, 2 Drink Minimum. Poseidon spends his time on the Pantelis Podcast, spends his time Pantelis Live, does not watch podcasts.
Poseidon, I'll listen.
Poseidon went to the biggest podcast on the planet when Joe Rogan drove us there, and then drove off to buy food or whatever. Doesn't care about podcasting. Doesn't consider podcasting a real thing. Is the funny?
Like, I didn't say that.
But think about Poseidon. The last 2 years, he's gone. You know, he's like, we get to Joe Rogan studios, like, all right, guys, have fun. like he's dropping off his kids to the McDonald's play area. You have fun with this Joe Rogan character. Then leaves. Fucking 2 Drink Minimum is exploding, and he's like, I don't really listen to podcasts. What are podcasts? What do they do? And it's like, yo, there's so many good podcasts out there, you know? It's so ludicrous.
No, I'll listen to them. I'll listen to them like on my way to work, but only audio. I won't watch.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the beauty of podcasts.
But I skip a lot of stuff. Or like if I'm doing like a really long trip, like I'm going to Quebec City this Friday, right? Yeah. So on my way to Quebec City, I'll put on a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's the best thing to do, because nobody listens to regular fucking radio if they don't have to.
I think I've never listened to regular radio in my life.
Well, you're younger than me, but I've listened to I've listened to regular radio a lot when I was growing up, but then I was introduced to like the Howard Sterns, Opie and Anthony of the world, especially Opie and Anthony. I think Opie and Anthony probably did way more for me than Howard Stern, just because the comedians that were going on there and just how much I fell in love with that show. And then that's why I'm saying the universe sometimes is so fucking weird, because then you look at years later. I was telling Guido Grasso about this because he was a huge O&A fan. So when he when he found out that I was going to be on there with 2 Drink Minimum with Mike and all that, and to do the Anthony Cumia show, he was like, isn't this weird for you? And I was like, it fucking is. Yeah, it's like you grow up idolizing these people, and then you get to be on the same network as them, and it is fucking weird.
And then you just have me. Yo, what's up, guys?
Yeah, and Poseidon knows nothing.
Just super nonchalant.
Like last time with the whole Bill Schultz and Kevin Brennan thing, I was trying to tell, but like, oh fuck, this would happen to Kevin Brennan. I was like, Kevin Brennan makes me laugh a lot. Kevin Brennan makes me fucking die actually. And I'm trying to explain to Poseidon. He's like, I don't know who that is. And I was like, what Kevin? And then I was like, well, Neil Brennan. He's like, I go, you met Neil Brennan. You talked about him.
I did meet Neil Brennan?
Yes, 2 years ago, just for laughs. When you looked at him, you're like, you fucking. I know. Wait a second. Aren't you on Netflix? You have 3 microphones in front of you.
Oh yeah, I know who that is.
And then he's like, yeah, that's me. And Poseidon looks at him, and instead of being like, I like your Spanish, he's like, yes, I like your shoes, bro.
It's true.
Yeah, I remember all this stuff. I forgot about
all this.
Yeah, that's Poseidon. So, I'm trying to explain to him, he knows nothing. It's surreal. I remember that. The guy's like, yeah, that is me. You could see Neil Brennan's like, oh, this guy probably like a special. Like, I like your shoes. And he walks off. And I'm just standing there like he doesn't watch a lot of stuff. Yeah, Kevin's his brother, yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. I didn't think of breathing, bro. I'm the type of dude to meet The Rock and be like, yo, what's up? Just nonchalant, just, all right, cool.
So you're bigger than a rock, right? You should be the boulder, bro. I should be your publicist. Like, just stupid shit. Let's see here. Poseidon learned a new word. Gweneth vag candles. A vag so bad even Poseidon wouldn't touch. Yeah, Poseidon would touch Gweneth Paltrow.
She's not an ugly woman.
No, it's just the stuff.
She's just psychotic.
Everything I've heard about her, forget the stuff she's making. It's all stupid. But the stuff I've heard about her as a person, from people that have dealt with her, I've never heard it's always like she's kind of a cunt. It's always, yeah, that's why I don't like. It's just in your head. Because if you hear that about someone, like if you've never seen them, because she doesn't do this kind of shit. You at least from podcasts, you get to learn people. That's why podcast fans, they say, are that's the best for advertisers. If you're going to advertise somewhere, you advertise on podcasts, because the following is hardcore, because they get to know the people. They listen. They get to, like, I know who this guy is. It's like it's your friends. So her and a lot of these Hollywood people, all you see them is through that filter. So all you know about them is all the shit you hear, like how they are as a person. So if you hear that someone's always a cunt, like in your head, it's like, yeah, they're a cunt. And I've heard this from people directly, not just like word of word, like directly. Like, no, she's a bitch. So to me, that's all I think of. And the vagina candles now. And I was thinking of the Goop before she started Goop. She does all this stupid shit.
What the fuck is Goop?
What?
What the fuck is Goop?
Exactly. She was saying, and her company, because she was selling stuff, her company Goop, and she was saying that the reason why it's called that is nothing disgusting. Is because most of the biggest companies, they have 2 O's. Because I think she was thinking of Google and Yahoo, but it's not,
Why didn't you just make T-shirts
but
like
Nike
a regular
Nike.
celebrity?
It's not Nuki. Do you know what I mean? Like the 2 O's thing is not a real rule.
But why didn't she make T-shirts like a regular fucking human being?
Because, bro, she's all about putting coffee in people's assholes. You heard of Colombian brew? This is bitch brew.
Oh shit.
Sex does sell, though. Yeah, I think a lot of the same people that buy the bath water from Twitch streamers are definitely going to buy vagina candles. Yeah.
I never understood how you can buy somebody's underwear. Also.
Yeah, underwear's for sale
that
too.
That doesn't make any sense. Like in my head, like
people have different fetishes, different collections. Anything.
With me, I'm all about the penetration, right?
Okay. Keep going. Let's see where this is going.
It's not really going anywhere. I'm trying to understand.
Listen, I'm all about that. So what I do when I'm online, I only buy drills. Just about the penetration, bro. I just gotta get in.
Unscrew, bro.
People, because
click.
some stuff, I guess it started from like movie memorabilia, like collector's items. You want to have, the microphone that fucking, I don't know, the Opie and Anthony show was using. That kind of, you could keep it somewhere.
Look, if it was
some people, it's the same thing with their sexual fetishes. They're like, I want to have the pair of underwear that she was wearing in that movie and shit. You know?
Yeah.
Me, you, a lot of people
To resell it?
No.
To resell it makes sense.
Some people don't resell. Some people, there are people that are resellers. There are people who buy shit when they see it cheap. Like the guy who kept asking me for autographs. He's waiting to sell all that shit on eBay. If I make it big, him, it's a good investment. I was like, all right, I'll sign it. Make your money, bro. But if anybody buys this, they're stupid because I'm giving it away for free for anyone that signs up on Patreon. So.
Well, but in due time, let's say you make it big, which you will.
Well,
and like those posters might be worth a lot of money.
Well, I'm only making I think maybe 100 something that Leonard's making. It's only going to be whoever signs up in the first month, and then I don't know if I'm going to keep giving away the posters. I'm going to switch to something else. I want it to be something different every month.
Yeah.
I might give stickers next month.
By the 12th month, if you're still around, you're getting a dildo shaped like my dick.
That's not true. Maybe if Poseidon starts his own Patreon. Also, I was talking to Mike about so for those of you who aren't aware, the number one fucking podcast anywhere is which one is it? It's this podcast right here. I'm trying to look at myself backwards. This podcast, 2 Drink Minimum. So the holiday episodes were a big success. People really liked them, and they kept saying you guys should do more in front of a live studio audience type of shit. So Mike's like, you know what? Maybe they're right. We might start doing more often, and we might even do one in February. As soon as February, we might announce it, get tickets out there, and have people come to the bordel and watch another live one. Because it honestly was more fun than you'd expect.
Yeah, it was very fun.
Yeah, it's fun having everyone there, I think.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, because you made out with an unsuspecting stranger.
Yes.
Yeah, on the New Year's episode.
Unsuspecting victim.
Yeah, if you guys see how that one started with Poseidon. Here's a merchandising idea. The under Pantelis. Or the under panties, I guess. Under panties. Just the panties, really.
Or just underpants. Or just pants.
Yeah.
Or just the
You can play with my name a lot, yeah.
Or just call it the Pantelis panties.
And grabbed her ass. Did you grab her ass?
Huh?
You didn't grab her, did you?
I did in the clip in the first. I did this. I have really long arms.
You were grabbing her ass too?
Yeah, the whole time.
Oh fuck! This is another Me Too situation ready to happen right now.
I finger blasted her outside, bro.
Yeah, you told me. This is not. I'm not proud of you, sir. Don't do this to our fans, bro.
She wasn't even a fan.
She wasn't a fan. She was
told
there.
me she walked in randomly.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And she made out with you?
Yeah, because she wanted to be part of the show.
So she had no idea what we were
we
doing.
hung out another time.
So she had no idea what we're doing this. She just says, "I'm gonna go to this."
They were walking on. They were literally off the street.
People don't know how to use their fucking money at all. People, I went on purpose to a restaurant where people were fucking cutting shit up, and I was like, I'm very upset right now. Just give me my food. And she had no idea. She's like, I'm gonna go do this.
Yeah.
And then you violated her.
Yeah.
Well,
no, violated if she said. If
you know what the good thing is about this?
She wanted it.
You know the good thing about this? We didn't lose a fan. She was never a fan to begin with. We didn't lose anyone.
Yeah.
We're right back where we started. Anything for fame. It's like that chick in the Renata Boiler Room YouTube. I don't know what the fuck that is. Renata. There's a lot of the like internet memes and a lot of the internet like hype shit that happens that goes over my head that I miss because of all the shit that I'm working on. So it happens a lot where people talk about something that's common and I
get my news from memes now.
Oh, by the way, just to mention, for 2 Drink Minimum, so if you remember, we had always trouble the way we wanted to show clips. And remember, it was difficult. But I went last week to the studio, fucking fixed everything. So now we're set up. If ever we want to show something, you guys can see it live.
And you know what?
Hear it. Yeah.
Last time I checked, you didn't even graduate in IT.
What does that mean?
How do you do this?
Just look at YouTube tutorials, you fucking buffoon. Yeah. Oh my God, I know the reference. MTLs. So she's from Montreal. Kate Renata. What is that? Poseidon just destroyed the magic of show business.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Everybody's like, they're so nice in real life, and then Poseidon's like, yo, come here.
Come here.
Disgusting.
I can't help it.
You are the Harvey Weinstein of 2 drink minimum. That's what you are. Me and Mike are gonna throw you under the bus so fast.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah, but instead of stop, no, don't do that. It's stop.
No. That's not what the difference between you and Harvey Weinstein is. At least he could do something for people's careers.
Ah, shit.
They get assaulted by you for nothing. For nothing. You're like, but do you want a pack of gum? I ate 3 of them, but you can have the rest. They're like, this was a bad idea.
God damn, bro.
Perv Poseidon, that's a good one.
Oh,
Why didn't I think of Perv Poseidon? That's a good Perv Poseidon is good. He's gonna be Hollywood Poseidon soon. He's with his fucking heel turns. I think this year should be the year of the Poseidon heel turn, where he just becomes the bad guy.
But
He's smacking. There's fans that meet him like, Poseidon, can I get a picture? And he's smacking phones out of their hands, putting on his sunglasses, walking off.
it doesn't matter.
I want to get you like what Hulk Hogan used to have. You know those big fluffy things that he would wear around his neck. You know what I'm talking
A
about?
scarf,
No, they weren't scarf. Well, it did the same thing a scarf
like
did.
a fur scarf.
No, it wasn't fur. It looked like fuck.
Oh, like
You know what I'm
pom
talking-
poms.
Yeah, it was like frilly like pom-poms.
Yeah.
Put those shit around your.
Why'd I say yeah like that?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I thought you meant him wearing heels. That would be funny too if he goes Hollywood. I was rocking heels. Poseidon can't wear heels. I think no, I can't even.
I might die.
Destroy our ankles, but we're too heavy for that shit.
And I'm so heavy, the heel's probably just gonna pierce the floor.
Yeah. The silver and gold, exactly like the wannabe gangster type of. Well, not even. I don't know if a boa scarf is what it seems to be called from Gambit.
Boa
I've never
scarf.
seen a gangster wear that shit. Like they'll wear fur stuff. So I don't know if he was like a wannabe gangster, but he was like a. But to me now, when I see that, I think of Hollywood Hogan. So that would be a funny thing for you to wear. I think you go around like a pimp. Yeah, kind of like a weird.
You mean like my
weird
coat?
pimp.
Like my coat.
No, not like your coat, because it's just that. So you can take off. You could be wearing a T-shirt like Hogan
I see.
still have those
or like
things.
a tank top.
Yeah, like a tank top with that on. And then, Hogan used to show off his arms. He was like, look at these pythons.
Look at these pythons.
Look at these pancakes, bro.
Look at these guns, bro. America,
Well, I don't know if they're guns.
bro.
Look at these water balloons, bro.
They turn to guns when they're finger blasting. I'm gonna stop.
I have no problem. I have no problem kicking you out of here and doing the rest of the hour myself.
That's it. That was the last
I'm
one.
a goddamn professional. I
That was
can handle
it
it.
was the last one, bro. Okay, I'm done.
Do you think you'll be up and running in 2 weeks? You're ready for your
Yes.
first live stream? Yeah.
Yes,
Should people be excited?
absolutely.
Are you nervous?
No,
I feel like that's a lie. You're always nervous. How could you not be nervous about this?
bro. Whenever I get nervous, I just do to de-stress. Just masturbate.
Okay, that explains it. That's why you can't go to the jungle gym anymore. Bro was stressed about climbing. It had nothing to do with the kids.
Just rub it out
I was
there.
just so stressed about climbing.
Could you imagine if people did that, like before a hockey game? It's like the finals or whatever, and every player is just there, like, just masturbating.
Are you guys circle jerking?
Like, what are you guys doing?
You guys circle jerking the coach? No, we're getting in the zone. I'm very stressed out. I want to go out there calm. All right, then why is the janitor sitting in the middle? Just chose to sit there. We got a job to do. I don't got time to move everybody out of the way.
Shit.
Question. Dennis has a question.
Yes,
Are hot dog sandwiches?
it depends. Oh fuck! Wait.
Tobias is here. Welcome. I don't know if here's
Yes,
the thing.
they are. They are.
They're kind of right. It's bread meat.
Yeah, they're just a long sandwich.
Okay, don't say that. Like, why are you saying that they're a long sandwich? A submarine is a
like-
long sandwich. A sub is still
Yeah,
the only long sandwich. If it's a sandwich, is not really a hot dog.
but technically it is.
I guess it's. I don't know. If they're-
Because there's different versions of it. Like there's some hot dogs.
well,
that
it
like-
depends. You know what? You know how we figure it out? You have to define what a sandwich is. Is a sandwich any bread meat combination? Because by that logic, it's a fucking free for all. Souvlaki would be a sandwich.
They do call it a sandwich. Like places that aren't Greek call it a souvlaki sandwich.
It's true. Yeah. So
You
yeah.
know?
So you're telling me this is a white person problem. Everything with
Yes.
bread and meat is a sandwich.
Yep.
But maybe that is quesadillas would technically be sandwich. Grilled cheese is a sandwich. So yeah.
Tacos are technically sandwiches.
You know what? Look. If it's folded, if it's a folded slice of bread, it's an underfold. It might technically be a sandwich if you go by those rules. There are places that sell hot dog sandwiches on toast. That's actually delicious. So I like Silver and Gold's fucking input here because I used to do that sometimes. Put toast sandwich. It's delicious. I haven't had hot dogs in a long time. You know what's weird about hot dogs?
I had yesterday.
Hot dogs are already like shitty meat, right? It's like the colon and all that. But you know, like I used to talk about this on stage. You know, vegetarians when they would become militant, and they're like, we have tofu dogs. So if it's no longer a hot dog and it's a different thing, why do you make it shaped like a hot dog? Why don't you just make your own thing?
Yeah, it's true.
Why does it have to be shaped like that? Because all that tells the universe is I don't like meat, but I love sucking dicks. That's all you're telling people. Like, why does it have to be shaped like that? Just shape whatever you want, right? Make it an easy patty so you can fit it in whatever you want. Why do you have to make it more complicated for people?
Turn it into a vagina or something.
All right, there's that
Just
too.
to, you know?
Our
Just to
patty
prove to
melts
people you're not gay.
burgers. Yeah, then what's the difference between a burger and a sandwich?
Well, because
If you would take the same meat and you would put it in toast, technically, what you see, I'm telling you, it's a goddamn slippery slope, people. You don't want to get into this. You don't want to get into this thing because you get into it, it's the dark fucking web. You're going the dark web of sandwiches.
I guess it goes like this. It starts off at sandwich, and then it breaks off, and then it goes into subs, and then it goes into hamburgers, and then it goes into multiple stuff, and then it breaks off. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a...
You should make a documentary about
like
this.
a pyramid.
It's a pyramid scheme.
Oh, yeah. Yo, imagine
There's just a guy at the top, a sandwich lord. But you should actually look into this. You should do
mustard on his fingers.
investigative journalism where you go to different delis and you
And
ask
make
them
it
this question. Like, get the fuck out of here.
And make it super dramatic.
The owner's like, oh, shit, that masturbating
what
bear
is
guy.
But what is a sandwich? And you get all depressed.
No, but you should try that. See if they'll get mad. Dad, that Greek guy's here again. Who? The guy who was masturbating with stolen salami? Well, tell him to get the fuck out of here. He wants to know the history of sandwiches.
I'm gonna Wikipedia this. And then I'm gonna make
Wikipedia this.
And then I'm gonna make a documentary.
In the 70s in Quebec, there was the La Mafia de Saucisses, the sausage mafia. All right, well, that sounds gay, but... It's just... They were opening nightclubs. Have you ever had it? It's French Creole. Which is French Creole? I got to read. I've had the Creole. Have you ever had it? The only Creole food I had, like the only Haitian food I had was Preach had brought for us when we were filming the Martin Luther King sketch. And it was fucking... he had all kinds of shit there. There was rice meat. It was fucking delicious. But I don't know what it was. I don't know what it's called.
It had plantains too.
He had, all kinds. The whole thing
You know
was...
what plantains are?
Yeah. Did it have plantains? Yes. Do you know what they are, bro? Are you going to tell us that we don't know what plantains are? Really, the little people?
It's deep fried banana.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. We got... let's see. They sell... What sells? There's also La Sorcière des Sables. The Sand Witch. Witches of the Sand. Speaking of witches.
Where'd they come from? The Middle East or what?
Speaking of witches. It ties into something I wanted to discuss. There's a show on Netflix. It's a mini-series. It's called Dracula, if you will. I watched it, Poseidon.
All of it?
I watched all of it. It's 3 episodes.
That's it?
That's it. It's a miniseries. It's like a long movie. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not good. You feel like this is going to get good. And that never happens. It ends with you being like, please don't tell me this is it. If this is... You sons of fucking bitches. It's like you signed up for a timeshare by accident.
It's like I made the movie.
It is kind of like you made the movie. It is kind of like you made the movie. My cat is watching you both, she says. And
nice.
meowing at the phone. That's not a good sign. Meow, who are these fucking retards? Man. So I was watching Dracula, and it wasn't that good. Like in the beginning, there's some you're like, oh, this is gonna get good, and then they don't build on one story arc. They're like, okay, it's gonna get good because of this, and then even that falls flat, and you're like, what the fuck? Who wrote this? You know, it feels like it's like a good writer would come in with an idea, and then retards would fill in the blanks. You know, and then the way it ends is so stupid. You're like, come on, guys, this is high school. It's like a high schooler. You give him a pen. You're like, write a Dracula movie. I got this, bro. So bad.
I started watching You.
Well, it's
season.
it's weird.
Not
Don't even
you,
do that.
not you,
like
bro.
through my window.
No, the show, you, bro. The show called you.
I don't care which one you watched, whether it's live or podcast. As long as you don't watch me through a window or door, I'm
God
fine.
damn, bro.
So you started watching.
So there's a show on Netflix called You.
It's called Pantelis.
It's
because that's my show's name. That's. Is there a copyright type of thing? Is there a man named Pantelis on the show at least? So it makes sense.
Not.
So then why are they calling it Pantelis?
The show is called You. Not you, the proverbial you. Just you. It's
So
called-
not the proverbial you. So me.
No.
Pantelis.
Stop it.
Is it an Asian
It's
show? Is
no.
it YU?
No, it's called YOU.
That's me or you.
No, the show is just called
So is it called Me?
Fuck.
Is the show one of those Asian shows?
No.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense then.
Anyways.
Is it about me?
No.
Is it about you?
No.
What's it about, Poseidon? This doesn't make any sense.
It's about a guy that he's a lover boy.
He's lover boy.
He's a lover boy, and he falls in love very fast.
So it's about you.
But the thing is, no, I'm not a lover boy, bro. I'm a fucking degenerate fucking animal.
According to the chat, you're gay with a lot of A's and Y's. I didn't write it. I'm just reading it.
And the show basically, he's basically a stalker. He stalks these women, and then he starts dating them. And
This
what
sounds
it
a
is.
lot like you.
I don't stalk women, bro. I don't stalk anyone. I'm too lazy to do that shit. How much work there is to stalk people, bro? Like, bro, I was watching the show, and this guy, bro, puts in a lot of fucking effort for pussy, bro. Like, that was way too much, bro.
Okay.
Like, I'd be the type of dude to, like, take my binoculars, walk halfway down the block, and be like, fuck that, I'm calling an escort. That's what I would do.
All right. So do you, Poseidon? So it's called You, YOU.
Yeah.
I've seen the thing come
Yeah.
up on my.
I got very annoyed because the first season was actually interesting, you know.
I can't. It doesn't look like anything I'd be able to watch.
It's interesting because then, anyways, fucked up shit happens.
I heard Chris. Oh shit! I know what you're talking about. Chris D'Elia's in it.
Yeah, Chris D'Elia's in the second season, but I got so annoyed, bro, because like I can't watch the rest of it because
I heard he actually plays a comedian.
Yeah, he does.
That's funny.
Yeah, he did a good job. I find his acting
As a
was-
comedian?
No, as an actor.
Oh, really good for
Yeah,
him.
yeah. And
Is he a boyfriend? What is he like?
he's a child molester.
He's a.
He's a pedophile.
Are you serious?
I'm that serious. But not children, teenagers. But he doesn't really fuck them.
Hold
he
on
just
a
takes pictures of them half naked
He's a child molester.
in the
The
show.
only other role I ever remember him playing was on Workaholics, where he was a pedophile. Are they typecasting D'Elia as a pedophile? Is that what you're telling me?
Maybe. But he wasn't a pedophile like fucking 8-year-olds. He wasn't fucking them. He would basically drug them and bring them down to his sex dungeon, put them on a mattress, and take pictures of them while they're half naked.
Why is someone fucking? Is his agent fucking with him? I don't understand. How
Maybe.
this
I
is
don't
possible.
know. But anyways.
Like once you'd be like, okay, whatever, but twice in two different contexts, because this is not a comedy, it's a drama, right?
Yeah.
Workaholics was a super funny, like it was a comedy.
Yeah.
Both people are like, we need a fucking degenerate fucking, child predator. D'Elia.
Teenage predator. In this
Why?
show.
I don't. He doesn't come off like that.
He doesn't at all. Even in the show, he doesn't come off like that.
He doesn't. No, but I mean, he doesn't like as a child. He doesn't like. Maybe are you a douchebag or aggressive or ego? You could classify him as that, but not as a fucking child. Like it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe we've been lied to because of what we think a child molester looks like, and it looks like him. I don't fucking know, bro. Hollywood would know. If anybody knows, it's Hollywood.
It's true.
God damn. That's such a weird thing. But you said he acts. I mean, that's all that matters is if he can use this for his real.
Well, he does play the douchebag type of dude, like
Because he could play that well.
Yeah, he does play that douchebag guy. He has house parties and shit and whatever. He plays that role. And he is a douchebag. He's a predator on teenage girls. That's what it
Okay.
is.
It's just weird that
But he doesn't even fuck him in the show, which is weird. Like if you're gonna
I don't know. It's just weird that two shows I know that he's been in and they cast him with that. That's a little strange for his agent, but I don't know. His agent's got some fucking explaining to do. Like, fuck, man.
So
There was another role. It was about a cop. He's like, why can't I be in the cop? I don't know. I thought you fit so good in this one.
So the show kind of pissed me off because it plays on these whole SJW tropes. What do I mean?
SJWs are molesters.
No. Like the main actor of the show, he goes, "Looks like I'm gonna use my white privilege for good this time." I'm just like, what?
Who
like
said
they
that?
sneak in shit like that, you know? The main actor. They
I don't care about
and then
that.
they talk about it's because you're white, Dad. No, the shit like this, and I'm just like,
I don't know.
I start getting like, what?
Now I'm getting angry.
Yeah.
Just thinking about how stupid that is. But okay, so that's good to know.
And then there was a girl.
Is this a big show?
Yes and no.
Because if it's a big show, maybe he did it because he's like, yo, it's a good role. Like I could show off that I can act or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Good on him. But he played the role very well.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Well, no.
Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know if that.
Well, you
like,
have to watch it because I don't want to give away too much.
No. I'm just saying it's just weird that the both. But if he did it, he doesn't have to take. He could take whatever roles he wants, right?
Yeah.
Successful enough. So if he did it, then probably it's what he needed. Like it was a good way to showcase his acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because throughout the whole, while he's playing that role, he changes through it.
So
Like,
he gets the act. He gets
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
that's it. Because I
exactly.
think a lot of times when you're coming, especially from comedy, stand up, they want you to show range. You know, like even me so
but
far.
no, he showed range because at first you're like, oh, what a douchebag, and then you're like, you kind of feel for him, and then you're like, oh, what a piece of shit, and then you're like, ah, fuck, then you feel bad again, and then you're like, oh, what a piece of shit again. So like his role fucks with you like that.
Yeah,
I find.
They're asking the chat what we did with the swords. Mike has his in his office at home. Mine's at home in my office at home, but I'm gonna bring it here. I'm gonna put it here on the windowsill because we have a lot of memorabilia and stuff, and just things that guests used to bring when I during the 4-H podcast back in the day, and then on the early episodes of the Pantelis podcast, like that painting of Barack Obama that Mike Mayo brought. Because he said somebody gave it to him. He's like, I don't like this. And I was like, just put it on the windowsill. He's like, all right.
My sword's been discarded in some dumpster.
What do you mean? You had a sword?
Yeah, of course.
You got yourself a sword too?
Yeah.
So you bought 3 swords that day?
Yeah.
You didn't know that. No, you're lying. I could tell when you're lying.
Well, I had to discard it.
So you're trying to say they committed a murder.
What?
Okay. That wasn't funny. That wasn't funny.
I was trying to be funny. No, I didn't
we
buy
were
it.
just talking about child molesters.
No, I
and then
didn't
you're
buy-
like, by the way.
I didn't buy. I didn't buy a third sword. No, I was just busting balls.
If the cops are watching this,
Nah.
I did not buy a third sword. Stop winking, Poseidon. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. This is video. This is
My
video.
Twitch starts getting more intense. So, oh yeah, so back to the show. So like, it pisses me off because at some point, like, there's a girl, she wants to go to the cops and everything, and she's like, but they're not gonna listen to me because I'm white. I'm not white.
Oh, I thought because I'm white.
No,
Cops hate white people.
No, because I'm not white. No, I'm just some Hispanic girl, whatever the fuck she says, you know. And I'm just like, ugh. And they have to throw in token. It is in L.A. though, granted, you know, but they gotta throw in the token gay dude, the token lesbian couple.
That's
you
not
know?
really a token at that point. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
just,
it is LA.
I like no, but you're like the token. Maybe they're just that's what they wrote in. There's just a gay guy. There's a
Yeah, but it
That's
feels
the
a
story.
little
Forced.
overbearing.
That could just be bad writing.
Probably that's what I think it is.
It happens with a lot like that. Like same thing with Dracula. Like I said, there's so many good concepts with Dracula, and it has
Like I like the concept of the show, but it feels like it's like because it's going.
It feels forced.
Yes, because the story will be going along just fine, and then there are these weird moments where it's like just gay or like racist or like
I think it's just Silver and Gold says Poseidon is an idiot. I think it's just you watching any show and you're like, oh, there's a fucking gay guy now. Like, I think it's
No,
just.
that's not what it
I think,
is, bro.
I think
That's
it's
not
just.
what- that's
I
not
think
what it
it's
is.
just you being hateful for no reason. You're watching and like,
That's-
this is a great
that's-
show.
that's
a
not-
lot of good, strong white people. Oh, there's a black guy here. What the hell?
that's
Like,
not
I think
what it is because I didn't have a problem with it in The Walking Dead.
because they would all die. Poseidon's like, I can't wait to see other cultures in The Walking Dead. How are we gonna kill this zombified Asian man? Like,
God damn, bro.
fucking Poseidon.
Oh shit.
I have no problem when minorities become majorities, like in prisons. Like this, Poseidon's just. God damn.
That's not what I meant. So, anyways,
No, I know you will. You know what's funny about Poseidon is we fuck with him a lot. We make jokes about him being racist and homophobic. And the reality is so much worse.
I thought you were gonna save me there, bro. What the hell? Fucking guy, bro.
I thought you were going to save me. You can't. Only you can save yourself from yourself. No, he's a champ. He's not a bad guy. He's just stupid. Because I've had him, because I've introduced him to people that I was always wondering, like, let's see how Poseidon deals with the situation or whatever. But no, Poseidon is just misinformed. He's not actually a hateful person.
Not at all.
He's just so goofy. He's the kind of guy. He's not hateful. He's just the kind of guy that if you introduce him to a gay guy, he'll, all the people. So I heard you're gay, bro. Like, he'll be like that. He's not hateful. He's just like, I got questions, bro. Like, he's that kind of person. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. He's not but it just, especially in podcasts, especially if we have him and we fuck with him. Silver and Gold says, who's not racist? I think it depends how racist. The way they use it now. Actually, no, not everyone's racist.
No,
but prejudice, everyone's prejudiced.
Oh yeah,
because you have a you have this notion of someone before you meet them, and that works with everything. It's not just race related, right? Even people. Like I said before, Gweneth Paltrow, 100% prejudice. I've never actually met Gweneth Paltrow, but everything I know about her, I'm like, that is a cunt. So there are prejudices. Even if you're not racist, there's still going to be prejudices that, you can't you can't hide or you can't fight from. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's fucking a comedian. You watch a comedian, you're a fan of comedy. You see him on stage, you like who it is. You already have this prejudice. You're like prejudice. I mean, you have this notion of them. You're like, I like this person. And then maybe you'll meet them in real life and you were wrong. Maybe they're pieces of shits. The problem with...
Because it is an act.
Yeah, the problem with racism, like that's where it goes deeper, is that you've just shut off your mind. You're like, this person is part of a race, which is massive. And you're like, I assume that everybody, millions of people are like this, like my idea. That's what's crazy about it.
Yeah.
But a prejudice, especially on a single person, that's how you should judge people, is individually.
But I feel like that term race isn't even properly used.
It is.
Well,
no, racism isn't properly used anymore. Now everything's racist. If somebody doesn't like this show, you're racist against Greeks. No, we might just be annoying to them because we're fucking annoying dudes. So it would make sense. Yeah. Like, I like more Greeks than Africans, Silver and Gold says.
But I'm saying, like, black isn't a race.
Yeah, that's also very... Yeah, you're right.
It's
like
Africa. It's a nationality.
That's an easy... That's not... No, African is not a nationality.
Well, not African, but I mean, like okay,
none of what you're saying is correct.
Chinese is a nationality, Like,
yeah, but
it's not a race.
Look, man, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say.
Science.
None of this is science. This is pseudoscience. This is race-related science. No, but everybody has prejudice about different stuff. It's just you shouldn't jump right away and be like racism, right? Because in reality, we've discussed on the show, the second you realize what really separates us, it has nothing to do with race. It's all with individual culture.
Yeah.
Like how the person thinks and shit. And more likely, especially in countries like the US and Canada, what ends up happening is you end up having more in common with somebody who isn't of the same race, isn't of the same but you end up being close with that person because culturally you grew up together and you like the same shit. So in essence, race doesn't dictate anything. It doesn't dictate your behavior. That's why it shouldn't be the thing you jump to first. Yeah.
It's also the way you grew up, like your surroundings, like the type of people.
That's exactly what I just said, but you're saying it in stupider fashion.
You said culture, like what
that's
you
what
watch.
It means. Culture is your culture. Culture is not what you watch.
Okay.
Culture is not what you think. Before TV, there was no culture. No. Culture is what you watch. No, your culture at home. So if you have a piece of shit culture at home, I don't care what the fuck you are. You're gonna be a piece of shit, right? And that's also when you talk about like actual racism. It's not because it's genetic. And it's because it has shitty culture at home.
And there's proof of that.
Yeah, of course. If you take kids, you don't mention race, you just let them be, they're never going to think about it. But if you had a shitty culture at home and they're like, be careful of that fucking Greek guy. Greeks are fucking piece of shit. Be careful of the Filipino. Then obviously the kid, that's all the kid knows. It's not the kid's fucking fault. And then the kid grows up with these prejudices that an entire blanket of someone is that thing.
Yeah.
There
was a woman. She was a black woman, and she was a parole officer, I think. There was a skinhead, neo-Nazi, they're called. She basically retaught him everything. So he ended up he hated black people, and then he got to live with her and that, and she not converted him, but like made him realize it's not it's not
Yeah,
what he
that
learned.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm saying this. I'm not doing it justice.
basically, Poseidon, what he's trying to say in stupid fashion, in very dumb fashion, is if you're gonna judge someone, judge them for them. This cuntiness, you know. The whole blanket situation is also very dangerous because then you fuck yourself over too. Because imagine if every shitty thing a Greek person did, that I would have to pay for it. It's crazy. It's a crazy way to be. I don't know. But honestly, yeah, we get 5% of the story. Silver and Gold's like, we got 5% is all Silver and Gold needs really to get what he's saying. Basically, what he's saying is if you teach someone the realities of the world and how it is, they stop being assholes.
Yeah.
Well, stop being, I mean, the preconceived notions of...
So he unlearned everything that he was taught, basically.
But that's the thing, taught. You teach that shit.
Yeah.
You get along. People that are nice to you get along. You don't...
Yeah.
Anyways. I'm glad that Poseidon jumped in with his story of a parole officer that went nowhere and a neo-Nazi. Where'd you meet this neo-Nazi?
I saw a video of it on Facebook.
Yeah, they do those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how you're like, there's a difference between blacks and Africans. Yeah, there is. Africa's a continent. Many countries. They're not all black.
Some of them are sunburnt, bro.
No, Egypt is Africa.
I know, bro.
Tunisia, Algeria.
Morocco.
Yeah, all Africa.
What else?
Poseidon is smarter than both combined. Poseidon is a goddamn retard. I'm looking forward to Poseidon's live stream. Yeah, you ask him race-related questions.
Here's what I think.
Poseidon, where is Taiwan? I don't know anything about Star Wars, bro. That's why he's not a racist. He just says stupid, uneducated things.
Yeah.
But he's actually he's a savant. That's what it is. No, but he's actually
What's a savant?
not a savant. Pantelis, when you come to Australia, bring Poseidon and Guido with you when you go on tour. Well, I can't have both of them on the tour because one of them can't do stand-up. I don't think he can host a show and read a chat at the same time. Silver and Gold, that is my predicament, but I think he'll learn how to do it. You know?
I'll adjust.
Kind of like that neo-Nazi that was taught not to be a cunt. Poseidon will be taught how to live stream. You know what I want to do, though? I would like to visit, since we're talking about touring Australia, the UK.
I would love to go to the UK as well.
Yeah.
You know, fun fact about the UK.
Oh, God.
Their women have the largest average breast size.
If anybody knows, it would be you.
Yeah.
That's a good fun fact.
Yeah.
They put that on all the brochures. There's billboards in the UK, all London, all over. We won the tit war. The tit war of 1912 was won by the Brits. You didn't know that?
About Greece, though. Did you know that Greece is the country that has been voted to have the most sex out of any other country in the world?
The country wasn't voted to. What you're saying is
not
stupid.
voted.
You can't vote. I think they're having more sex.
Not voted, but I read multiple.
Yeah, there was a study.
There was a study,
Yeah,
yes, there you
Brazil
go.
was number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Brazil was going to be number 1.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what the fuck is number 1? And then it's like Greece. I was like, what? But it does make sense.
It does make sense.
It does make sense, yeah. Yeah. Once you go to Greece, you get it. You're like, oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Tobias says they're all saggy. Turkish are the biggest tits. But I don't know how you could, because tits are, are there certain races that have like bigger, maybe, I don't know. I don't think, I thought tits are.
You mean certain nationalities?
Yeah, because I don't think it makes.
No, it's genetics, I think.
Yeah, so
it's like men with beards.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like men, it doesn't really, it's not like a national thing.
And it all depends how they take care of the tits, right? If you always wear constantly those constricting bras, they will eventually sag.
But if you let Poseidon come over and take that off for a couple of minutes.
No, but if you lather them in olive oil and massage them.
Gary Atlas just won the chat. He's like, Poseidon probably has the biggest tits. Very nice. Very nice. That's so
And if
good.
they behave, I might show my tits on the stream there.
Oh, on his live stream? Oh, yeah, it's not going to take him long to resort to just showing his boobs.
Just send me $5.
Poseidon will start a show called 2 Tits Minimum. And he's going to whip his tits out, and they're going to be like, sir, those are 3.
What? I have a really big pimple in the middle.
Oh, really?
No, it's a joke. That's a third tit.
Pantelis and Poseidon, I would love to meet you both in person. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Well, you say this now, But Poseidon, not as fun to meet in person as I am. Poseidon's a very awkward man.
I am awkward. Why am I awkward? Like even the New Year special that we dropped, I was cringing at myself. You remember that?
Yeah.
You showed me a few minutes
Of
the New Year special that we dropped,
yeah.
and I was cringing.
Oh yeah, Poseidon didn't like watching himself on camera. He didn't. Well, the New Year special was a little different because they were recorded back to back. For the people that showed up live, they know this, but the other people don't.
I don't like seeing myself tipsy.
So the Christmas episode happened first, and then it was the New Year's one. There was a break in between, and then the New Year's one. So we kept drinking. So I think I don't know, how much did I drink? You were counting my drinks.
You drank no, because I asked after. You drank. We both drank 3/4 of a bottle. Me 3/4 of a bottle of rum, and you 3/4 of a bottle of Bailey's.
Okay, so we were drinking the whole time. That's why and it's also hot up there, so we were getting very red. Because people are like, "Were you shy to be up on stage?" I'm on stage all the time. That's all I do. I wasn't shy. It's just that it's hot up there because of the lights, and I was drinking a lot. So we were all drinking. So by the time the New Year's episode started, everybody's a little tipsy. Everybody's drank a bit.
Yeah.
We were also drinking upstairs backstage between the shows, but Poseidon was the only one on stage that was getting drunk and is not a performer on stage. So he had in his head, he was like, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. It was like fucking with him. He's like, you're on stage, people are so everything was happening in his head at once.
Exactly.
And it was fucking with him because he was trying his best to keep his cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's like, I'm drunk. So it was weirder for him. So he told me after, and I understood him. When I saw it, I was like, oh, I get it. I get where he's coming from. Because even me, I was getting tipsy. Because it was just drinking for a couple of hours.
But you're a professional also.
Yeah, but I also, exactly, I know how to, same thing with Mike. We've been performing on, that's what we do.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'll keep my shit together.
Yeah, but I'm not used to that.
So you panicked. But you did fine.
No, I did fine.
You just didn't like to watch yourself slurring and all that.
Exactly. Like, I cringed, basically. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't like. It's just I got used to it. Like even this stream, like every time I look back at the stream, I hate it because for some reason, like my face is more puffy, like poofy than it is in real life. So every time I see it, I'm like, what the fuck happened to me, man? I gotta go on, and then I'll look at myself in the mirror. I'll go out. It doesn't look the same as it does. I look like stretched out.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Me, I've noticed depending on the way I sit on the live stream, like during certain points, I look like the fattest motherfucker, but then sometimes I look skinny.
Yeah, the first part is anytime you're looking at the screen. But if you're just listening, camera adds 10 pounds. Yeah, but he didn't have to eat all of them. So we definitely do a UK meetup if he comes. Yeah, oh man, a UK, if we come to UK for sure, we're going to set it all up in the Discord too so people could meet up and shit.
Bro, I'd brush up on my British accent, bro.
You're going to brush up on your English?
Fancy a wank?
Fuck, what do they speak over there? English. God damn it. Anything I could speak.
No, they speak British.
They're English.
No, but they speak British.
They don't speak British. They speak English. It's a language. It's English. That's like when people say, speak American, bro. Pantelis and Poseidon, I will buy you both a drink when I meet you both in prison.
Excuse me?
Did you find Poseidon? Did you?
How do you buy drinks in prison? I don't get it.
I love silver and gold like idiot. Yeah, it's say they speak English. I don't think you don't have a problem understanding accents, right?
No.
I know people.
I deal with a lot of people that have accents all the time. So, what are you talking? Why are you laughing?
Just keep going.
Oh, you think it's gonna turn racist?
No.
I'm just saying I talk to people from all over the world.
Of course, you're an international man of business. Keep going.
Bruh. Fucking Chinese have the worst accent though.
It was bound to happen.
I had to.
These sons of bitches. They're getting Shane Gillis fired.
Fucking don't forget Pearl Harbor, bro.
You mean that's Japan? You tell me the difference. You show me the difference. It's all a scam. One of those countries isn't real. That was funny though, Poseidon. Good. You're getting a good sense of humor.
I'm alive.
Yeah. Do the hardest accent for you to understand is a heavy Chinese one? Is that the hardest one?
The hardest accent for me to understand, I would say, is the Australian one.
Really?
Yes. No, or the Irish.
Irish is hard.
Irish
like Rob.
Huh?
You speak to Rob? Like
No, but Rob doesn't have a heavy... Oh, Scottish. Sorry, not Irish. Scottish.
really?
Yes. They have a very, like, they'll do what I do, basically. They jump over a lot of words. Like
Pikeys do that, but not like the gypsies that live in those places, but not the actual accents. Scottish. I've never had trouble with any of the English accents. The accents, not the dialect, because like if someone's speaking Gaelic,
it's the dialect.
I don't understand that because it's a different
okay,
language.
never mind.
But I mean, if people are just speaking with it's just English. I get the accent. Really, that's what trouble. That's fucking weird. That the language that you speak, if somebody speaks at a different tone, fucks and you lose your mind.
No, because the people I've had to deal with had a very heavy...
From where?
Like, there was this one Australian dude, like, he was saying, like, he was talking very fast, and he was using a lot of, like, Australian slang. And I was just
Like
starting
what?
him.
He called you a wog repeatedly.
I don't remember. It was very late at night. I was tired. And I was like, what did you mean? And he was like, oh, this is what that means. I was like, oh, okay.
I could just imagine an Australian guy in the middle of the night confusing Poseidon. He's like, listen, you fucking leprechaun. Like, I'm Australian. Yeah, I know where the leprechauns are from.
Fun fact. Did you know kangaroos are fucking powerful?
This is
Bro.
this is not the time to make fun of kangaroos. Their
No, I'm not making
species is
fun of
being
them.
extinct. There's a genocide happening right now.
I'm
Poseidon.
not making fun of them. I'm saying they're very powerful creatures.
Yeah. Well, they're not fireproof, though. That's the problem. That would have been a power they needed. Yeah, they're very strong. They can kick. They can punch.
Yeah, their kick is powerful enough to basically break bones and rupture internal organs that cause not instant death, but death.
Not instant death, but death.
Yeah, so death over like 5 hours.
Death over 5 hours.
Unless you get kicked on the head, then it's instant death.
I've actually met a man that fought a kangaroo. Shit, silver and gold. That's a goddamn story.
Oh, don't you remember that video online of this kangaroo was choking a pit bull? And the owner's pit bull comes out and he's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? And he
If
fucking
a kangaroo would
jabs him.
fuck with my dog, bro, I'd kill that kangaroo.
And he fucking jabs him a few times.
Yeah.
Decks him in the face. Remember that video?
Oh, he got his ass kicked. Silver and gold says the guy got the shit kicked out of him by a kangaroo.
Well, obviously, bro, that thing, they're powerful animals. Have you seen 2 kangaroos fight, bro?
Have you seen 2
Yes,
kangaroos
I have.
fuck?
No, wait. What?
You jumped to that, yeah?
I've seen 2 kangaroos fight, bro. Mm-hmm. It's very brutal.
Yeah, I would imagine, because they're animals. There's no, like, timeout, bro.
Yeah, not just that. It's for mating purposes. So they get... So usually...
Wait, hold on. Fighting is for mating purposes.
Yeah, they only fight to basically who's going to get to fuck the chick.
Okay, I thought it was like they beat up a woman kangaroo and they're like, this is happening now.
No, ducks do that.
Ducks beat up female kangaroos?
Ducks gang rape. No, ducks gang rape female ducks.
We'll get back to that in a
And the
second.
duck's vagina has evolved to have multiple pathways, and they can shut them off. And
I
open them.
know about that. I know about that, yeah. But we'll get back to your duck fetish in a bit. Go back to the kangaroos fighting.
So, like, I was watching this one video, and these 2 kangaroos are fighting, bro. And one of the kangaroos, bro, literally grabs the other one and literally, like, choke slams it on the picnic table. Just
Good God
bam!
almighty.
Bro, but, like, and you heard
Was
it,
he
like,
broken in half?
No, but... Wait, what was broken in half?
The kangaroo that landed through the table?
No, then the other kangaroo stands up, and you could
Did
tell he's angry.
the third kangaroo show up? Interference?
No, because it's a fight. Usually it's a fight to the death to whoever's going to get to fuck the chick.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah. So, like...
But can a guy just be like, all right, man, how about you have her and I'll go there?
And, bro, they're smart animals, bro. It's like street fighting. Like, they'll gouge eyes. They'll kick below the belt. Like, shit like that, bro. It's nuts, bro.
They'll kick below the belt.
So when they
don't wear belts, bro. That's the problem.
No, but you know what I mean? Like,
They're not wearing pants.
they'll hit the nads.
They hit the nads.
The nads. The
They'll
balls.
punch them
Yeah, no, they'll kick them. Because their arms aren't that long.
like
They're
T-Rexes.
They do kind of look like T-Rexes. Interesting. Anyways, so like, and when they fight like this, because
They get their face out of the way.
yeah, because
They're
eye
good at
gouging
dodging.
is very
Common.
common when they fight.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, fucking Discovery Channel should hire me, bro.
Bro, low blows and shit. This
Yeah,
is-
low blows. Yeah, it's nuts, bro. Kangaroos are
the-
crazy.
Why doesn't the ref put a stop to it during the first low blow?
Ain't no ref, bro.
There's no ref.
No ref in the kangaroo world, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
So then who's videotaping this? Who's taping this, bro?
People, bro, bystanders, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, bro. Nobody's in there being like, guys, calm down. There's
Are
plenty
you gonna go stop a kangaroo fight, bro?
There's plenty of kangaroo.
It's a fight to the death, bro. To whoever's gonna get the fuck the chick. You're gonna go in there and be like, bro, guys, chill, bro. They're fucking fighting with rock hard dicks, bro. You're gonna step in there, bro.
wait. You never mentioned their dicks before. Why is this a thing? How do you know their dicks are rock hard?
It's just hypothetical.
Wait, that's not a hypothetical thing. Hold on a second. So while everyone else is watching their fists, they're looking up. You're like looking down. And you're like, that's an impressive hog you got out of there. Huh? Fucking Jumpy McJumperstein over here.
No,
We're gonna need a garbage bag to wrap that tool. What's happening?
I'm just saying, like, it's a fight to the death to fuck the chick, you know. So like, I figured.
I would love to see. I would love to see a kangaroo fight, and then you jumping from the top rope with an elbow out of nowhere. The god of the seas is here, and you're kicking them.
And then you see me walk away with the kangaroo chick.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just trying to get away.
It's just like trying to eye gouge me.
Interspecies erotica. That is interesting. Yeah. God damn.
Yeah.
Fucking kangaroos are brutal, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Koala tag team shows up. Yeah, just other animals. Just Jake the snake, but it's an actual snake named Jake.
Just a giant python.
I wouldn't like animal fighting like that, just because I feel bad. They don't know what's going on. But if it was, you know what? Oh shit, man! You know what?
It's part of their. I was about to say it's part of their culture.
It is part of their culture. You psycho. If you know what we should do. Maybe I should speak with Mike Patterson and the Large Russian, because they're part of that wrestling federation. Mm-hmm. Maybe get you involved in professional wrestling.
I'd be down.
Like,
that would be fun.
Because you could take chair shots to the face. You're strong.
I'm very resilient, yes.
But are you athletic? Because you worked out once with Nick Joseph.
Well, the thing is, what happened with Joseph?
And you've been hurting for 9 days.
3. The thing is, I overdid it on the bicep curls because I basically curled my own body weight.
Did he make you do the ropes?
No.
You didn't do the ropes? Well, bro, I do the ropes. That's hard.
Basically, I trained with him.
Yeah.
So the thing is...
You just lifted him up.
No, what he told me is he goes, go at your own pace. You haven't trained in a while. Don't go too crazy. He's aware. But the thing is...
Like, be careful. Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Why are you masturbating in my basement? That kind of
what?
thing?
No. But the thing is, I'm very competitive for certain things.
For certain things.
But not
you
competitive.
ever punch people in the face competing for the female kangaroo?
But not in the sense like I want to do better than him, but in the sense of like I want to be able to keep up with this man. So he was.
You can't keep up with him.
No, I couldn't.
Obviously.
Well, I finished all the exercises that
you haven't worked out in 17 years, bro. How?
In 6 months. Calm down. But still, 6 months is a lot, And
7 months ago, you were in fucking top shape.
No, I wasn't. But what I'm saying is, you motherfucker. Bro.
Go on.
So I wanted to be able to keep up, do the exercise, the routines, and everything. I'm like, if I'm gonna do this a regular thing,
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I got a good workout. So the next day I was a little sore. This, that, I'm good. And then I think, no, wait, when did I work out? No, the next day I wake up.
Yeah.
I couldn't unfold my arms.
So you were like this.
So I was walking around like this the whole time. And
oddly enough, like a kangaroo.
And every time I had to pick something up, it was basically like this. Here, I'll showcase it.
Okay. You'd showcase it so we could see you in the camera. You gotta get lower so they can see you.
So
you gotta get lower.
My arms were like this.
But they can't see you.
Yeah, my arms were like this. The
okay,
whole
down.
Day. Yeah,
and I'll make the sound effect.
I couldn't stand like this. Okay.
So how are you moving your arms?
Like this. So every time I wanted to pick something up, I couldn't extend. I had to do this. I had to do this basically because I couldn't.
Your neighbors are complaining
because I couldn't fully extend my arms. Today it's a bit better. It's still in pain every time I fully extend, but they're a bit better.
Yeah. Listen, I suffered. I suffer for my craft. You're a shitty T-Rex, is what they're saying. That short accents his breasts. Yeah, it does accent your breast, that shirt. Yeah.
It does?
Yeah. And especially with the logo on there. Calvin Klein. Poseidon, the cry of a dying whale.
I'm just doing this for no reason.
His arm only moves in retard. I don't know why.
Hi, guys.
Fucking idiot. By the way, you know what the cool thing is about Japanese restaurants, Poseidon?
What?
They refuse to learn any other language. I kind of like that.
I believe it.
I like that. I was kind of impressed. I was like, that's fucking right, bro. 3 words in French, 4 words in English. You're set, bro. You got a business. I was kind of happy. I was like, doesn't give a fuck.
Well, if you go to Chinatown.
I was like, can I pay? And she's like, yes. I was like, fuck, I got a point. I was like, it's so impressive that they managed to make this.
In Chinatown, there's a lot of people that don't even speak a word of English.
Yeah.
Because it's like its own self-contained...
subculture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Yeah.
I always found that impressive. Also dumb, but impressive. I find it dumb if you're born here. Like, if you're born in a country and you don't know any of the languages.
Well, a lot of them are older people.
That's what I'm saying. That's different. If you came here and you were fucking 60.
No, the young people, obviously, they speak English.
That's
French,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's Greeks, too, that I get mad at, that they've been here for 40 years and they can't speak English or French. And it's like, how have you survived?
Yeah.
Learn one. Learn one of the two.
At least.
Your mom used to get mad about that.
Who?
My mom used to get very pissed off about that.
Yeah.
She's like, how the fuck? She goes, how do you do this? How do you come here? She used to yell at them. She's like, learn one of the fucking languages.
My mother, despite her faults,
Of which there are many.
like myself,
Yeah.
she always tries every day to learn new words in English and French, like because she's a waitress, right?
Mom learns
So
all her English from Judge Judy.
Amazing. So my mother always tries to, be like in French. She practices, even though her accent is terrible, she always tries. You know what I mean? Even though she came here a long time ago, like she didn't.
Your mom tries more than you. You're not a man of attempts. You don't really try. I've noticed.
What are you talking about? I speak English and French fluently.
No, I mean in general, just trying for stuff. You're not really trying. If something's not closer to sure than not sure, you won't try.
I pick my battles. I'm a great general, bro. Is all it is.
I pick my battles, bro. Sometimes I know I'm not gonna make it all the way to the toilet. Why fight the inevitable? I'm already sitting.
Speaking of making it to the toilet bowl,
All right,
at work,
okay.
at work, there's the public bathroom, right? And this guy, I guess, didn't make it.
Wait, there's the public bathroom.
Yeah.
Is there also a private one?
Yes. So, anyways, but the guy didn't make it, and I guess he pulled down his pants and literally missed the toilet bowl. There was a picture. Somebody took a picture. I don't know why would anyone take a picture of that. But it was the toilet bowl and basically just a pile of shit right in front of it.
Okay. You think he was trying to send you a message?
And, I found... Why did I say that? There was literally no point to that. Why did I do that?
So you literally thought, you're like, you know what the fans are going to find interesting? Guys, there was a man who took a shit on the floor. Now, I'm not saying that I break all the news stories. But this is one that you need to be aware of. There was a man shitting on floors. Milton used to have to go through that a lot when he used to work.
Really?
Yeah, he used to work at McDonald's. This was in high school, so I made it sound like it's yesterday, but it was years ago. There used to be a guy, and this is the fucked up about Milton. There was a guy once, I remember this because we yelled at Milton. It wasn't part of his job, but Milton went in the bathroom and there was shit on the walls. It looked like the Dumb and Dumber 2 scene where they explode. Okay. Now, he goes in and says, what the fuck, who's going to clean that? And they're like, Milton, can you please do it? He was employee of the month all the time. And he just said, all right, I am employee of the month, I'll do it. And he cleaned shit-covered bathroom. Now, the fucked up thing about that, why Milton was pissed, was that there wasn't really a lot of shit on the toilet. So the guy purposely threw shit everywhere. Because it's not like it was in the toilet and around. He threw, and you don't fly on the wall. You have to throw shit on the wall, So, and then Milton cleaned everything up. So that bothered me because when I used to work at Harvey's, I did the opposite. When they said, yo, go check out the bathrooms, and I went in and there was shit, blood everywhere. I was like, fuck, it's not me. Fuck no, I'm not doing this. So yeah, he had cleaned everything. Yeah, and then we got mad at him. We're like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, this happened, and I had to clean it." We're like, "Why the fuck? Should let them go fuck themselves, man. You didn't take a shit on the walls. That's not. Where did you sign they have to clean shit off the walls?"
My mother, occasionally, she would keep when she worked at for breakfast. Similar story.
Yeah, a lot of people in fast food and stuff have told me this ever since I bring up the Milton story, that there's a lot of this shit-related situations, crackheads or whatever go in, and I don't know if it's done maliciously, like fuck these people.
No, they're just fucked
or if they're so fucked up and they throw shit everywhere, bro.
I think they're just fucked up.
Like monkeys, just flinging shit.
Basically.
Devolving. You do enough drugs, you turn into a monkey. Yeah.
So, one time, this guy, shit, when I tell you, there was like a thick layer of shit on the floor, bro. It wasn't just splops of shit.
He had like explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, and it was like shit on the toilet bowl, shit everywhere. And there was a thick layer of shit.
That's disgusting.
Like it was a carpet of shit.
You've told us this. We get it.
Yeah.
It's enough shit.
My mother opens the door, bro, to go clean her routine checkup of the bathroom. She goes, nope, closes it.
She opens the door. She's like, "My son, he visit. My son here."
And the owner, she goes and tells the owner, and the owner goes, well, what the fuck, clean it? She goes, I'm not cleaning that up.
Are you crazy?
So the owner now he has to clean it, right? First of all, I would have hired a company to clean that shit afterwards. I wouldn't do it myself. Fuck that shit. I'd pay $200. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
here's $300. Clean this shit.
You know what I mean?
Literally.
Yeah. Bro, doesn't the guy, he was cleaning it like this? Like with his shirt
And
on
he
his
puked
nose.
in his shirt.
No. And he literally had to get a shovel.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
He had to get a shovel and shovel the shit into the toilet bowl and repeatedly flush. And he's swearing in Greek. He's swearing in Greek, bro. I'm dying, bro, because I can picture it and I know who it is. I was just dying, bro.
It's fucked up. Yeah, it's very what people crackheads, all that shit. I've said the story before. I think on 2 Drink Minimum when I used to work at the pharmacy, and it was a night where it was me, Milton, Viren, everybody was there, and it was Friday night. We weren't too far from closing, and a crackhead who looked like she was gonna steal shit, so you have to follow her around. Mm-hmm. She went to pay for a chocolate bar that she already started eating, and it was a fake $20 bill. So, I was like, I'm not doing this. And then she started, her schnotz started coming out of her nose, leaking. Like it looked like a cartoon because it was leaking and coming all the way down to the counter. I'm thinking about it and I want to puke. So I was getting so disgusted that I called Milton. To come to the Fred Brothers the situation here, so he came all happy. And then I like tagged him in. I'm like, yeah, bro, just handle this. I gotta go do something. He's like, okay, well, whoa. Milton started freaking out, and then. And yeah, it was a situation. And then the bill was fake, so he's like, "Oh, it's fake." He didn't know what to do, and then I was like, "Just don't leave, bro. We're gonna fight for a fucking 40 cents, a dollar. How much is a chocolate? This isn't worth it." You know, I remember.
Oh, that's nasty, bro.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was. It wasn't even. You know what's fucked up is now that I think about it, it's a fun story. The fact that I called him to take over, but at the time it wasn't. I'm gonna fuck with Milton. It was like I'm not handling this shit, but I know somebody who will. That's what it was. And then when you look at it back, it's a funny situation.
Yeah.
But when it first happened, I was like, nope, not a chance.
I remember when I used to work for TELUS, bro. People would hand me their licenses, and as soon as I had to hold their licenses like this, bro.
Yeah. Bro, her schnotz were leaking, and a lot of it looked like almost water just coming out of her nose. It was like, it was very bad. It was very bad. And it was...
El terrible.
Yeah, and then the whole counter, he had to Purell it. And we made him dry it and then clean it a few more times before we went there.
I had no shame. Sometimes people had me their license. I'd set it on the thing, when I was doing my job at TELUS.
No joke, that has happened to people. Yeah, that's happened. It happened to me. I'm not the only one. Trust me.
And in front of their faces, to make them realize how fucking nasty they are, Purell, wash my hands, and then get to work. So they realized, like, okay, this is how much of a nasty piece of shit I am.
Yeah, no.
And I wouldn't feel bad about it, not one bit.
No, but her, she was clearly on drugs. Like,
I know.
And, Park X, this was on JT, so there's clearly...
Yeah, back in the days.
Yeah, we had a lot of characters come in the pharmacy. I remember we had a lot of characters. Like, and what was fucked up is that we had... Remember, do you know what security vol is? They're the guys that get hired. They're security. They're like undercover. So they're fake customers. But, bro, some of them, I would have to be like, dude, you're too fucking obvious, okay? Because it's winter outside and you're in here with a T-shirt, okay, pretending that you're shopping. As soon as I see you, I'm like, why is this guy wearing a fucking T-shirt? It's suspicious. Where did he put his fucking clothes? In the back? Does he work here? Why is he following me, So little things like that. Plus, we had the mirrors on top. And sometimes people would be like trying to steal shit, or they're looking at stuff, or just regular customers, and you look up and you just see a guy like this. Just staring at you like fuck off, like such bad undercover.
They're winners,
Yeah.
by the way. And I find it funny because they follow me every
Everywhere.
single time.
Yeah. Where I was somewhere, bro, they have at the grocery store, bro. There was a guy following me at the grocery store recently, and I get a lot of shit, you know, but it's in like, I'm still from the grocery store. But also what's crazy is it was so obvious because, again, the guy did the same thing they used to do when I used to work at the pharmacy 10 years ago. He wasn't wearing a jacket. It's the middle of winter. There's no jacket on your persons and you're shopping, right? It's clearly fake. And you're following me in every aisle that I go to. You're going to an aisle that you already have stuff in there from that aisle and you're not buying anything. You're just staring at me the whole time. It's pretty fucking obvious. Like, they're just so dumb.
But what's funny is, like, you don't even fit the description of somebody that would steal something.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm very loud. I'm not sneaky at all.
Yeah, you know,
super loud.
You're very recognizable with your long hair and your beard.
Yeah.
Like, even me.
But you'd think so. But then there's a lot of times where people are like, yo, you look like my friend or whatever. Oh, I know a guy who looks like you and he's Greek. So I was like, oh shit, I probably look like him. And then they'll show me pictures. I'm like, I don't look anything like this fucking person. That is a guy with a beard and long hair. That is just a guy with a beard and long hair. I don't actually look like him. Like, oh, I saw you at that. And then I look, I'm like, this doesn't even look like me. You could just as easily show me a Nigerian man and be like, it looks like you. It doesn't look like me at all. I think people in their heads, they see like, you know, a blonde woman, like, and then every blonde woman looks the same. A fat guy, you know what I mean? I think that's what happens. They all melt together.
Yeah, but not just that. Like, but going back to the topic of that, like, you don't look like somebody who would risk their whole life.
Well, their whole life. Okay, they're not going to murder you for stealing cheese.
No. But like, you'll have a criminal record. It'll fuck you up.
That'd be a fun criminal record to have. Why do you have a record, sir? Stole some cheese.
Yeah. Why would you? You know what I mean?
If they know me. If they know what I do, then it makes they're gonna be like, obviously
But
he's
even
not gonna
at
risk
that,
everything.
it's like if you walk into a place with a suit, or even with your coat, bro. You walk in with a suit, you can get an idea of what people do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why would somebody dressed in a suit, especially if you can tell it's an expensive one, risk their whole job, whatever the fuck they do in life,
But people
for
don't
stealing
think.
fucking cheese?
We've been through this. People are idiots, right? People don't think a lot of times, and that's what gets them in trouble. Like, they don't. Sometimes you got to think. Like I said, if you're going to commit, if you're going to be a secret guy in a fucking store, you got to pretend you're a customer. Well, then you have to act like a customer. A customer coming in from a snowstorm can't be wearing fucking shorts and a fucking t-shirt. That's suspicious because even if you're not security, people are going to look at you and be like, is he a crazy person just walking around in a
They're
fucking
gonna think
t-shirt?
he's there to steal.
They're going to think he's there to steal. Like, you know, you gotta, like, there's like the CIA, when they go into another country, right? They plant someone, he's been there for a while, maybe he owns a restaurant,
He grew out his beard.
Okay. He's in the Arab world. So if they're trying to take down Iran, this would, no. But, you know, there's a plan.
Yeah.
So you're not suspicious. They don't show up there with a USA t-shirt. And like, I'm Hassan. They don't do that.
But bro, honestly, these guys aren't paid enough to think like that. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know what I mean?
Most people I knew who stole did it for the thrill.
That's another thing.
Who was that girl? Who was that actress? Remember that Winona Ryder, I think. Wasn't it Winona Ryder that would steal shit and she got caught stealing gloves? Like expensive gloves. She had the money. She was successful at the time.
Yeah.
But apparently it's psychological. It's for the thrill.
It's klepto something it's called.
No, that's kleptomaniacs. Them, it's not for the thrill. Them, it's just they like stealing shit.
Oh, okay.
They feel like they always get a good deal. Yeah, it was gloves. I believe it was high-end gloves, or it was a necklace, silver and gold says. Let's see, silver and gold. It's Winona Ryder, right?
I had a relative with
Fuck, imagine it's not Winona Ryder, and people are like, that fucking bitch. But no, I think it was Winona Ryder, if my memory serves me correct. But I remember she was stolen stuff like that wasn't. Yeah, it was Winona Ryder. Yeah, she was stolen, I guess, necklace, gloves, all kinds of random shit. But it was not stuff she couldn't afford or anything. It was just for the thrill of it. I want to steal this and get away with it. Who knows why? Who knows what she was doing before acting? Who knows what her life was like? Yeah. She didn't. I don't know, she needed that thrill.
I had a friend. Let's call this person a friend.
Hold on.
Oh.
Her, when she did it, it was clearly, you could tell she's fucked up because she's risking everything for literally nothing. And it's not a necessity. You know, like if you tell me right now that she was hungry, she had to feed her family, she went and stole food, she stole something. Different context. You're like, man, to survive, you never know what someone's going to do. But to just go around fucking taking shit, it's crazy. Especially when you can afford it.
It's almost like a power trip.
Yeah, just like Gad Elmaleh. But he can't write, though.
But, yeah.
If Poseidon has the thrill of stealing people's child, is that kleptomania?
Jesus Christ. Like, I had a friend of mine. This person, what this person would do because this person couldn't afford.
Winona Ryder, Mary Renee says, why you no pay? That's funny.
That is funny. But what this person would do, this friend, they would go to Winners. They would go to the one with all the expensive stuff. They would buy something cheap.
There's like the HomeSense one, all that shit.
Yeah, they would buy something cheap, return it, keep the tag, stick the tag onto something more expensive, purchase the more expensive thing at the price of the cheap thing.
Yeah, I know, but that seems like so much work, so much effort.
Just fucking get a job.
For what? To save $10? Like, it's so...
No. She would save, like a lot. Because there are some Winners, they actually have like a lot of expensive items. Like there's the one at Alexis Neon. They'll have $2,000 coats.
Really?
At selling them at $800.
And then she would get a tag for $300.
She would get a tag of a jacket, like a fake leather jacket of $80.
And nobody would question her?
No, she would buy it and then basically go home, undo the tag, return it with a receipt, keep the tag, stick the tag onto the item she wanted that was worth $500, $600. And then take that, buy it at, because the cashier just scans, right?
Yeah.
So just scan, buy it at the price of $80.
That's a good scam.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a lot of that this friend would do.
When I was young with Saucy, you know what we did for hockey sticks?
What?
Because we were playing hockey with other people in the neighborhood. I remember, but we couldn't, like, our sticks were shit. We didn't have any money, so like our sticks weren't, like, they were bad. They were plastic ones, right? Yeah. So what we could do is, to afford the good ones, we'd go to Canadian Tire and Côte des Neiges, and that place used to be a shit show. Like, they didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Really?
They would lose shit. Like, it was, I think whoever managed it during those years might have been insane. Like, they just hired a crazy person. Everything was like, you could walk out with shit, but we weren't gonna go walk out with stolen shit. So what we would do is we would take the tag off a really, really shitty stick and put it on a really expensive one, and just go to the cash. And sometimes it was like different names. Like, we would try to make it okay. If you're getting an Easton stick, it has to be an Easton. Bro, some of these wouldn't even notice. It'd be like I don't know, like Warrior stick and scanning Easton hockey stick. Yeah, that makes sense. $12, shit like that. Yeah. I remember when I was young, we did it a couple times.
As a kid, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like,
well, we were kids and we wanted the stick. It's not right to do, but I'm just saying.
It isn't.
As kids,
but
we would do shit like that. Me and Saucy, I remember that was like the closest thing we came to.
I remember when I was in high school at around 14 years old, I used to go to the Dollarama at the Normandy Center, and I used to just fill up a bag with chocolate.
I hated people that did that though.
And then
because that was just straight thievery.
Yeah.
Not that it was a difference between me and the hockey sticks.
Yeah.
It's still kind of the same thing, I think.
Well, I would steal, what, $20 worth, bro? $30 worth.
Yeah.
Every once a week. So, once a week.
It's a week.
So, like, and then at some point, what happened was the security guard got beat up by a bunch of kids.
I heard about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had long dreads. He looked really tough.
But children beat him up.
Yeah, children.
How many of these kids?
I think they were 4 or 5.
He couldn't handle 4 or 5 kids because they always say that. Like, he was if
jacked,
you have to fight like 100 12-year-olds, could you win? This guy's at 4, he's done.
Yeah. So, and then after that day, I remember I wasn't even being sneaky about it. I would literally walk into the Dollarama. The security guard is there. I'd make eye contact with him. And while I'm making eye contact, I would just throw chocolate bars into the bag.
Like, I'm not getting beat up.
Yeah.
If little 12-year-olds, this fat kid's going to kick the shit out of me.
So I was literally, granted, the school I went to was very violent.
Yeah, but still.
But still.
That's funny. The guy's like, I'm not losing another tooth over chocolate.
The guy's just watching me put it in, and I go, and then I would stop, and then he would do like a little head bob, like, that was too much, and then I'd put one back, and then I'd zip up the bag, and I'm all good. I would walk out, bro. He wouldn't even bother. It was the funniest shit.
God damn.
Yeah, so there was a lot of that going on.
I remember that was Saucy at the...
I used to walk into class, bro, just fucking eating.
That doesn't surprise anyone. You said that, and I was like, why is he telling us this? What else would he be doing? I jogged into class, don't lie. That's never going to happen. So, Poseidon, do we have anything to plug this week? We do. The Patreon.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Head over to patreon.com/Pantelis. The month of free posters is still ongoing. So, oh, by the way, again, just a reminder, you sons of bitches, if you got a message in your inbox, you're one of the people that won shirts, reply to me and let me know what fucking size you are, or else you're going to get a size that you might not be able to wear and you have to put on someone else. So, patreon.com/Pantelis, any of the tiers that you sign up to should be fun for you. They all offer something unique and different. At the end of this episode, we will be running our first ever Pantelis Live credits. So, our Poseidons credits will show. That's pretty cool. Poseidon's show is going to start in about 2 weeks on the Patreon, In Bed with Poseidon, his live stream event of a lifetime. We're going to see how that shit show goes. Mike Ward is still on tour, Mike Ward Noir, MikeWard.ca for details. 2 Drink Minimum is back live on Tuesday at 2 p.m., and the episodes go up everywhere Wednesday at around noon. Yeah, Poseidon, you feel like you're going to...
And today is the last day that people can buy discounted tickets for the Solomon Boys.
Yeah, but I'm extending that. It's the last day officially for new people, but if you join, then you're going to have a... if you join and you go through the Discord, it gives you a new role. You become part of the Pantelis Nation. You get the Pantelis Nation role on Discord, and you could see certain groups that regular people can't. And one of the groups is the ticket ones that you're on, the one that you're running. So if you jump on that group at any time, we'll still find a way to get you discounted tickets. Yeah. So I spoke with Guido. He's got the hookups.
It'll be my pleasure to hand deliver them.
Yeah, remember that if anybody buys tickets through the Patreon, Poseidon's job is he will hand deliver them to you so you can take photos and meet Poseidon. So you get a live meet and greet and discounted tickets to the March 13th Super Show. Pantelis Podcast. Remember that you can subscribe to that on the iTunes and wherever the hell you get your fucking podcasts. 2 Drink Minimum if you're not subscribed already. Please go ahead and subscribe, leave comments, leave reviews. We want to get some 2020 reviews up there on the Apple Store and Google Play and all that. Put us up in the rankings. Poseidon, the Poseidon69, Instagram, Twitter.
See.
Anything else that you're plugging?
Just assholes.
Okay. You have no Facebook specific page?
No.
So that's all you guys are going to get for this week. Don't leave Suffering Gold saying, Suffering Gold, I got to go feed this animal before I head over to the comedy club.
Before I eat anybody else.
Do my set for tonight. So I'll be seeing y'all in the next week. We'll see y'all on 2 Drink Minimum, actually.
Mwah.
Thank you, guys.